And a good evening, everybody, from the Trio Rink here in downtown St. Paul. Welcome to the best in Division III sports. Tonight it's men's hockey at center stage as your Augsburg Auggies are taking on the Hamline Pipers, beginning the second half of the conference season. The Auggies coming in as part of a tie for that conference spot. They're tied with the Cowboys right now. And the Auggies coming in with that record of 9 wins and 1 loss on the season. The Hamline Pipers, they are struggling. The Auggies played them earlier in the season in the MIAC Showcase and won that game. The Auggies, again, are 10-1-2, 5-0-1 in conference, tied with the Cowboys. Hamline, 2-4, 2-9-1 is their overall record. This broadcast, a presentation of Augsburg University in cooperation with TJ Broadcast Services, tjsportsonline.net. And a broadcast here tonight courtesy of Twin City Orthopedics, also brought to you by Wells Fargo, Minnesota Coaches Incorporated, Devani's Pizza, and Hot Auggies, Courtyard, Minneapolis, downtown. 360 Wow Inc., the corner bar, Jimmy John's, and Memory Lane Flashback Cafe on 26th Avenue in South Minneapolis. This is our pregame show. These two teams haven't played for 2 or 3 weeks against opponents. So a lot of eating, I'm sure, a lot of candy, a lot of stuffing, and so on. And as Coach Chris Brown mentioned on our pregame chat, that, yeah, it took about a week for the rustiness and the skates to come back alive. But with that, I'm going to bring in my broadcast partner, Alex Weston. How was your Christmas there, sir?
Pretty active, pretty busy. You know, getting a break from school was certainly nice, to say the very least. But otherwise, it was a pretty good Christmas. How's yours?
Very good, very good. This Trio Rink, you skated on those sides and played goaltender. And how are the boards? The lighting is fabulous, but how lively are these boards and how good is this ice?
Well, the boards being pretty new, the bounces aren't too significant from what I was experiencing a couple of last winter when I played here as well. But the ice itself, you will not find smoother, better quality ice anywhere in the state of Minnesota. Even if you go a couple of blocks down to the XL Energy Center, this is the best rink to play on as a skater in the entire state of Minnesota. It'll be good ice for the Auggies to play on tonight, and hopefully they can capitalize off of it.
Well, the Auggie ladies, they will be here next Saturday afternoon. We'll have that game for you. And, well, Alex, you've seen both of these teams, both the men and the women. Your take on the Auggie men?
Well, I think the Auggie men, you know, they're one of the top teams in the nation for Division III, and they certainly have high expectations as far as competing for a national title. And they certainly, the last time that I saw them play against St. Thomas, they certainly lived up to those expectations. And against a weaker opponent here in Hamline tonight, they certainly should be able to contend with them as well. But then when we look at, you know, it's the first game after a break, there could be some rust to get off. Anything could happen there. And it was a closer game back in the exhibition season as well for the Auggies, so we'll see what happens tonight.
All right, it's time for the coaches section. Our visit with head coach Chris Brown. The game night continues here from the Trio Rink, downtown St. Paul, as we kick off 2019, getting back into conference play. The Auggies taking on Hamline for the first time since the holiday, the MIAC Showcase. Chance to catch up with head coach Chris Brown, and 2-3 weeks off, good for the body and soul.
Yeah, you know, when you're playing well, you don't want to take time off, so I was kind of anxious to get back at it, to be honest.
How about it with the family and good times?
Oh, yeah, it's always good. How about you?
Good.
Yeah? Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, got to see some games from Connor and my daughter Corinne as well, and spent some family time. Good to see extended family as well, and we're ready to get going here in the new year.
Did you get out and see some NAHL games?
Yep, got to see a couple games on the road, and got to watch a lot of hockey too, just NHL and college, and you know, as much as my wife would let me at home, I guess, you know, it's hard to get away from the game, but I saw plenty of hockey, that's for sure.
Getting back into the swing of things, and a little rusty that first week of practice.
Yeah. I mean, rustier than you'd want it to be, but not as bad as I thought it'd be. I thought first couple days, was just getting back into it. It was a little choppy, but I thought by the end of practice yesterday they were starting to get back to game speed, and they looked pretty good yesterday.
All right, going into the new year, any changes on the club? Any new faces?
We added one student athlete. He was playing juniors in the North American League in Topeka, and in his last year at junior. His name is Nick Woodward. He's a kid we actually were going to recruit.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Anyway, and we he wanted to get started with college. Things weren't working out as he had hoped with his club he was playing for, and he played last year in Bismarck with Pat O'Connor for an entire year. So they spent some time as D partners here and there, and they were on the same team last year. So Pat told us he was thinking of moving on, and we got in touch with him, and it worked out. And he's a great addition, nice kid, super nice kid, excellent skater. Smaller in size as far as a defenseman, what you typically think, but he skates extremely well, got a good head, mature young man, and we're excited.
All right, playing Hamline for the first time, as I mentioned, since the showcase. Young club, Corey's team only has the 2 seniors. Have they improved dramatically since then, or has it been a struggle?
Well, we don't see him that much, in today's game, we don't share video. It's hard to get video on other teams, and to be honest, I'm coming back after the break. I was so focused on getting us back on track that, it wouldn't have mattered who we were playing, to be honest, but they've been good at home. I know that much. They're better at home than they have been on the road this year for a young team. That's probably expected. And they gave us a good game. It was a heck of a game the first weekend that we played them. So it's a dogfight every night.
All right, crossover weekend next weekend. I was asking Corey when I interviewed him, what's his scouting report on Concordia, and he was very complimentary about them.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, they played them right before the break. They're in first place in our league, and if you're in first place in our league at the halfway point, you gotta have a pretty darn good team. They got some couple transfers that came in this year for them, and have had a huge impact. And they got healthy with Bianchi, and Howie does a great job up there. So it doesn't surprise me that they took it to Hamline and other teams over the first half, especially at home.
All right. Well, with that, game time is shortly here. But home and home, we'll see you tomorrow night.
All right. Thanks, Tommy.
Head coach Chris Brown, the coaches section of Auggie Game Night, Auggie Game Central.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is proud to be the official sports medicine provider for Augsburg Athletics. TCO is an all-inclusive orthopedic, sports medicine, and wellness provider offering world-class services and state-of-the-art facilities. Visit us at tcomn.com.
And now we're going to go downstairs. Al Shack's got the starting lineups.
6-foot even senior from Fargo, North Dakota, Nick Schmidt. On defense, number 2, 6-foot even sophomore from Boulder, Colorado, Matt Nels. On defense, number 6, a 5-foot 9-inch junior from Champlin, Jason Critch. On left wing, number 7, 6-foot 3-inch senior from Moorhead, Eric Brent. Center, number 15, 6-foot even senior from Bakersfield, California, Chandler Madri. And right wing, number 23, 6-foot even senior from Miami, Florida, Alex Rodriguez. The assistant coaches for Augsburg, Mario Magelli, BJ O'Brien, and Mark Wick. The head coach of the Auggies, Chris Brown. For the Hamline University Fighting Pipers, the goaltender, number 30, a 6-foot 8-inch junior from Eau Claire, Wisconsin, Sam Nelson. On defense, number 14, 6-foot even sophomore from Stillwater, Jake Cass. Also on defense, number 21, 5'10" and senior from St. Cloud Tech High School, Mitch Hall. Left wing, number 16, 6'2" and senior from Peoria, Illinois, Mitch McPherson. The center, number 12, 6 foot even freshman from Circle Pines, Tyler Nyman. And the right wing, number 23, 6'1" freshman from Bloomington, Wyland Parrish. The assistant coaches for Hamline, Mike McMillan, Dave Prokop, and Kirk Olin. The head coach of the Pipers, Corey Leyland. And remove your caps and face the flag. Please join us as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Tonight's broadcast of Augsburg men's hockey is brought to you by Wells Fargo, proud supporter of Augsburg University. Wells Fargo has a renewed focus on our customers and communities. Established 1852, re-established 2018. And Minnesota Coaches is the official bus provider for Augsburg Athletics. If you have travel needs for your group or special event, visit www.minnesotacoaches.com to learn more or to request a quote. Thank you to Minnesota Coaches.
He's Alex Westhead. I'm Tom Wirchin. Tom Wirchin, the Silver Fox, is the technical guru. Got us on the air. Of course, the Auggies, they'll be backstopped by Nick Schmidt, our senior goaltender out of Fargo. 6-0-2 his record. 93.5 his save percentage. Goals against average of 2.03. Sam Nelson out of Eau Claire and a transfer student from Concordia Moorhead. 2-4-1 on the season. 2.86 goals against average. Save percentage of 94. Men's hockey tonight. Stout is at St. Olaf as they inaugurate the brand new facility. And I'm hoping that, I know it's January 25th. You've got that night open. I'd like you to have you come down and broadcast with me that night. Stevens Point is at Concordia. Good matchup. Couple of good clubs. And Bethel is at the Herbrooks National Hockey Center tonight, taking on St. John's. Eau Claire down at the Roberts Arena. Eau Claire and Gustavus River Falls is at St. Thomas out of Mendota Heights. And it is Nelson to our left, Schmidt to our right, and off the faceoff. Hamline controls Mitchell in his own zone and goes up the right wing. Tipped in the offensive zone by Wyland Parrish. Wyland, his dad is Gino. His uncle is Mark Parrish. They both Gino and Mark played for St. Cloud State. Back out at center ice on that far wing. A-Rod into the offensive zone. Rodriguez centering pass, drop shot. And a one-timer, and a missed wide by Chandler Madry. And the puck comes free, and it's going to be deflected into the Hamline bench and across the way. You talked about the ice, Alex, and I'm guessing that makes a very, very quick game.
Certainly very quick, and we saw it on that rush into the attacking zone well, where we saw Rodriguez pass the puck back to the slot. Nice, sharp, crisp pass, but it just went high over the goalie and then into the glass to really create an opportunity back the other way for Hamline.
For Augsburg, it is Tom Carey, our sophomore from Moorhead, Luke Deitch, our senior from Streetendrum Hall, and Lucas Jelena, our senior from Roseville. And out there for the Hamline Pipers, there's a shot from the point. That is traffic picked up by Gillette. Nice to see Gilly back after that long injury. And they're on the right wing, and there's a shot and a glove save by Nick Schmidt. As a shot taken off that wing by Bailey Martin, a first-year player. And he's from La Crosse. On his wing to Taylor Trapp, a sophomore from West Salem, Wisconsin. And Kyle Wendorf, he's a sophomore. He played for Richfield. Face up inside the Augsburg zone, off to our right. And again, it's Martin on the draw. The face-off comes up top. There's a shot wide of the goal. Shot taken by Austin Wisely, sophomore defenseman from Chillicothe, Missouri. And Brandon Zychek, and he's a sophomore D from St. Michael, Albertville. Dietz with the puck, comes up the far side door. Dietz leads the 3-on-3 to center ice on his backhand into the zone. Problems handling that puck as it's back behind the net. And Bailey Martin plays it up the left wing. Good forechecking job there by Tommy Carey to hold the zone. And now the Pipers coming back on the transition and send to the offensive zone by Zychek. Hamline was in a line change. Auggies completing their line change. Auggies set up back behind their own net. There's Matt Hines, our third set of D. Matt Hines, our freshman, first year from Hopkins, and Lucas Nazowski, our first year from Manchester, Connecticut. From center ice, driven to the offensive zone by the Auggies and Austin Martinson, our sophomore. And Gunnar Goodmanson, sophomore from Buffalo. Austin Donovan, the first year from Rosemont. Austin Martinson, by the way, Farmington. I couldn't remember what his high school name was. Farmington Tigers. Mazelski back behind his zonette. And avoids the first forechecker, goes right wing far side. Donovan gets it out the center for Goodmanson. Gunner off the boards. Lead pass for Martinson. Tips it into the zone. And Austin after the puck, and he takes a hard hit by the sophomore defenseman Dan Bates from Massachusetts. Paired with a sophomore from Matamidi, Zach Taylor. And with the puck is Dan Bates behind his zonette. Auggies a good forechecking job as the puck comes free out front. And it's kept away. Riley Meyer, fourth line. He's a sophomore from Carver, Minnesota. Not sure what high school that would be out there. Chaska, Chanhassen, maybe. Sophomore Mitch Benfield from Spring Lake Park. And Brandon Sheehan, a first year on at Somerset. Back up along that far left wing boards, and it's held in by the Auggies. Fourth line out there. There's Jake Larson, our senior from STMA. Paul Sobering, our senior from Winnipeg. And Charlie Parker, a sophomore from Verona, Wisconsin. And I think I've said everybody's name. We're good at 3 minutes in. Scoreless, shots and goals, 2-1 Auggies.
Well, so far, Tom, the Auggies have been able to walk the puck into the zone with relative ease and get good shots on goal from that slot area. Something that the Auggies will want to watch as they continue to work in this game. If they can continue to get to those slot areas without much opposition from this young Hamline team, they should be able to light up the scoreboard.
Madre, Brink, and Rodriguez out there for the Auggies, and the O'Connors are up at the blue line. JC and Patrick O'Connor, and John O'Connor holds the zone, puts it back behind that. Off the stick of Rodriguez, played up that left wing, and here come the Pipers to center ice. Lead pass into the zone, carried in by Parrish. Weiler right out front, he overskated, comes to the side of the goal. And Nick Schmidt covers up on that pipe to hold on to get a whistle and a stoppage of play. Augie women, they're off tonight. They're out in, which country are they in right now? They started in Italy, then they went to Austria, and I think they're now in Switzerland. The Augie women's hockey team, 4 games in 11 days on a European trip. I'm sure having a marvelous time. Unfortunately, didn't have a goalie bag big enough, so they stole me away. Put me on that flight. Face off to the right of Nick Schmidt inside the Augie zone. It comes up top. Pass goes high slot. And a shot wide by Mitch Hall. And that deflects up and out of play. Speaking of the road trips, the Augie volleyball team, they're headed to Costa Rica. And I think they left earlier today. And I think it's a 7-day trip for the volleyball team. We wish them the best of luck. Pipers win the face-off. Puck in the near corner as it's held in by Mick McPherson. And it's played up top to the slot for Cass. And there's a shot wide. And loose puck against the side of the goal. And the Pipers trying to put it out front. Good job on back checking John O'Connor to break it up along the right wing boards. And again, it's held in by Weiland. And at the half wall near side boards off to our right. 16:08 to go in the scoreless first period. In the high slot, wide open. Mitch Hall with a shot. And it's wide. Puck up along the near side boards. And Nyman holding it in. Pipers, good job of the offensive zone. Puck at the half wall. We're going to have a delayed penalty. And we have a slashing call to be handed down to the 4:09 mark of this first period. A slashing call, and it's against the Auggies, and looks like it's Chandler Madrid going to go off for a couple of minutes.
Well, Madry certainly didn't like the call. He was arguing with the official as the whistle blew, taking a player down, fighting for that puck. I thought it was a 50-50 call. I wouldn't have made it myself, but either way, the Auggies will have to go to the penalty kill, where a Hamline offense has been swarming in their own defensive zone so far tonight.
And let's check out the penalty killers. There's Luke Deitch. And up top the point is Zychek. A quite pass far side off that back wall. And in on the forecheck there is Mitch McPherson again. He goes up top to the point for Wisely. Rink wide pass far side, played off the wall by Zychek. Into the high slot shot, blocked by Luke Deitch and bounces off the center.
Number 19, Nick Woodward, 2 minutes for slashing. 2 minutes for slashing. Number 19, Nick Woodward for...
And my buddy Al Schock's got the wrong name and the wrong number. That is Chandler Madry. We don't have anybody named Woodland on our roster. We do have a new young man that has come in here during the semester break.
Chandler Madry.
Thank you, Al. Al Schock is normally the PA announcer for St. Thomas. And basketball is his forte. Power play for the Hamline Pipers as they control the faceoff from center ice. Sent into the zone by Mitchell, and he caught a couple of his teammates offside.
Second consecutive rush there for Hamline, Tom, that we've seen an offside play happen. That's what happens when you have an inexperienced and a young team where the communication just simply isn't there yet. Whereas with these Augsburg Auggies, we've seen them play for a number of years together, and they know where they're going to be on the ice.
And off the face-up again, the Pipers win yet another draw. Parrish into the offensive zone, puts it up front, backhand shot, nice opportunity for Tyler Nyman. And a good 6-8 by Nick Schmidt. Again, to the point for Jake Cass. Rink wide for Mitch Hall. Hall walks it down the boards, gets around Jake Larson back behind the Auggie net. Played off into the near corner for Nyman. Nyman into that high slot for Cass. At the half wall near side, Tyler Nyman out of Centennial High School, just a first-year player. Checking the box, puts it down low, centering pass right out front, and almost deflected off the skate of Patrick O'Connor into his own goal. From the point, it's held in, and a bouncing shot away wide of the Augie goal 40 seconds ago in the Hamline power play. And they've got 3 shots on this power play opportunity so far. Puck back behind the net. We've got a hand pass called against either the Augies or the Pipers in the offensive zone. Hand pass, I'm guessing that would be called against the Pipers.
I think so. Puck face-off looks to be coming here.
Because hand pass, that's legal in your own defensive zone, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what I thought.
On the power play here, though, Tom, Hamline seems to be running this 1-3-1 that we've seen a lot of teams start to run now, but they've been moving it side to side pretty well. They've had that point man defensively on that far wing open for passes, and it hasn't clicked for them just yet.
Sober and Parker out there on penalty kill on the defense. And back to the blue line are Matt Nels and Jason Critch. Puck inside the Augie zone from the point. There's a shot and a bouncing puck right in the midsection of Nick Schmidt. He'll hold on to get a whistle and a stoppage of play. Mentioned the Augie ladies are off tonight. Other games, though, going on tonight at the beautiful St. Olaf Arena. Looking forward to seeing that. River Falls and St. Olaf. Northland and Bethel up at the Super Rink. Stevens Point hosting St. Mary's. St. Man's up at the Mac and St. Cloud. They're hosting Marion, Wisconsin out of the NCHA. Play inside the Augie zone. Augie's trying to kill a penalty. They go rink wide far side. Shot and it's wide. Whistle wide there by Zach Lembrecht. The sophomore out of Forest Lake. And the Augies send it all the way back down the ice. And Augsburg is at full strength as they kill off that penalty. And the Pipers send it all the way down ice. Back by the puck, Nozalski in the far corner zone in. And Lucas take it down. There's Madry for the Augies. Madry plays it ahead for Nozalski. Lucas back to Madry, back to the point. And again, the Pipers hold it in. Good job by Mitch Schull out of St. Cloud Tech. Puck again in the near corner inside the Augie zone. Augies have not been down at the other end of the ice for quite a bit of these first 7 minutes. Pipers with a shot that may have hit the pipe under deflection. Finally picked up by Eric Brink. 3-on-2 coming back. Brink into the zone for Madry. Here's Madry with a shot and a save. Saved there by Sam Nelson on pass from Alex Rodriguez. Back the other way is Wyland Parrish into the zone. Wyland, backhand shot. Oh, what a save by Nick Schmidt. Wyland went backhand, forehand, went backhand, and Schmidt stuck with him. Puck out at center ice, sent into the Augie zone. Correction, Pipers on that's offside. Luke Deitch in there just a little bit too soon.
Well, good series of rushes there for both teams. 1 3-on-2 for the Augies, 1 1-on-2 where the attacker just struck through the defense. And great job by Schmidt to stay square to the shooter, let the shooter make the move and completely take away that bottom part of the net.
Gage, Gillette, and Carey out there. And the O'Connors back on defense. The line of Martin, Trapp, and Wendorf out for Hamline. And with the puck is Bailey Martin into the zone, down the right wing. Martin flips it out front, loose into that slot, swept away by Luke Deach. Leads the break on the transition up the left wing, back to Luke Deach. And he tried to split a double team, lost possession. Back in the near corner against that back wall. And finally controlled by Luke Deach at the half wall. Deach centering pass, trying to deflect it off one of the defensemen. Taken away by Bailey Martin. Plays it to an open wing, and Patrick back into his zone to Jose. Up the wing for Tommy Carey into the zone. Drop pass for Deach. Deach back to Carey. Oh, and he couldn't handle the pass. Centering pass. And it hits the side of the goal. Up top, K with a shot, and that's wide. 8 minutes gone, 8-3 shots and goal, but no goals in this game. Critch, rink wide. And a shot wide of the goal, taken by Matt Mills. I think the net came loose. Yeah, Sammy Nelson came out and made the save. Did the net come loose there, Alex?
No, I think the puck he was able to get the puck as it came well active off those end boards. Okay. It looks like they put some new boards in there that may have caused that.
Are they lively?
Active stretch. Yeah. Well, at least those certainly were. They weren't when I played here a couple months ago, but they certainly look to have become more lively over time.
Puck all the way back inside the Augsburg zone. Matt Nels, first man back, avoids that first forechecker and tries to clear it up the wing, and it's a little bit too far for Austin Donovan. And back into his own zone is Brandon Zajac. Out to neutralize, turned back again by the Auggies. This time carried out by Zajac. Brandon hits the red line, fires it inside the Augsburg zone. Around that far side boards and taken to the wall is Matt Nels. Nels, a sophomore from Boulder, Colorado. Four-man tie for the half wall to the line for Zajac. Rink wide, Austin Wisely plays it down low off into the near corner of the Auggies zone. Run around that back wall. Donovan on that right wing. Austin Donovan, our first year out of Rosemont. Auggies again battle up in their own zone for long stretches of time. Back the other way into the zone is Gunnar Goodmanson out front. Shot Donovan. Oh, what a save by Sammy Nelson. Schmidt at one hand. This time Sam Nelson. What a glove save on a shot by Gunnar Goodmanson. He tried to go top shelf just underneath the crossbar, and the big mitt snapped it down to the air.
Well, a really nice 2-on-1 rush into the zone there. A great pass to get it back to the slot area. But then a nice job for the goaltender for Hamline Nelson to just rise up and stay high instead of the default when that puck gets so close to the net. To just drop down in that butterfly right away. He stays up, and because he stays up, that allows him to put the glove and flash the leather.
Silbury, Larson, and Parker out for the Auggies in that defense. Our freshman pair, Matt Hines and Lucas Nazelski. Line of Parrish, Nyman, and McPherson for the Hamline Pipers. Corey Leland, head coach of Hamline, played at the University of Minnesota way back when. And three young boys that play in the St. Michael Albertville Youth Hockey Association. His oldest plays for St. Michael, and boy, is he a good skater. Watched him play at North Ranch here the other night. He's going to be quite a player, and he's just a sophomore. Auggies with the face-up, offensive zone. From the point, there's a shot, and it's off that back wall, and a shot taken by Nazelski. And out of the corner, loose in the near far face-off circle. Played the line and out to center ice. McPherson sit up on a check. And now sent inside the Augsburg zone. Jake Larson back behind his own net. Jake feeds it up the left wing for Silbury. Paul back to Jake, and out to center. Coming to center ice. On the move into the zone is Zazelski. On the wing, shot right into the midsection of Sam Nelson. He will hold on to get a whistle. A lot of pushing and shoving going on awfully early in the ball game for this one. Charlie Parker got mugged right down there outside of the cage. 10:24 to go on the score in this first period. 8-5 shots and goal.
Well, it certainly looks like, Tom, that both teams are still trying to shake off that rust. When you're Hamline, you're a younger team, you can play with some energy and you try some things out. But for Augsburg, they got to get back to their game of putting shots on goal. They've been keeping their head down a lot of the times in the offensive zone and haven't been making that last pass to get a really good shot on goal.
Crabtree, Hall, and Lambrecht, the line out there for Hamline. And, of course, for the Auggies, it's Mandry Rodriguez and Eric Brink. And off the face up inside the Hamline zone. Abrod down the forward checking up along the near right wing board. Puck pops free to the line. Nice job to hold it in by Mandry. Back behind the Hamline net. And the pass ahead for Crabtree. Brady lost it. Comes free into the slot. Abrod on the forward check to keep it alive. And back behind the net. Nelson comes out. Tries to clear the zone. It's up the wall. Mandry back to the point. Patrick with a shot way wide of the goal. And cleared by the Pipers to the line and out to center ice. coming back into the offensive zone. Carried in by Zach Lambrecht, and a shot way wide of the goal. And we have a whistle, and we've got a stoppage of play with 9:45 to go here in the first period.
Devani's Pizza and Hot Hoagies is Augsburg Athletics' first choice for a great meal. Devani's is located right across the street and offers the amazing Auggie-matic discount. Get 10% off any order. Just tell them you want the Auggie-matic discount at Devani's.
Thought we were going to have a penalty there. I wasn't sure what the whistle was for.
We had a high, what looked like it could have been a high hit, but it looks like it's legal on one of the Hamline skaters, number 10, Tommy Hall, was down for just a little bit, but he looked to be okay as he got back to the bench.
Yeah, and off the face-off, just outside the Augie blue line, comes into our own defensive zone, and now it's sent out of the zone by Matt Nelson, high into the air, and that one's going to clear the wall in center field, and it's out of play.
Well, certainly one of the more difficult aspects of playing in this trio rink here, the practice rink for the Minnesota Wild, is that you do have higher glass, which makes it a little bit more advantageous, but plays that otherwise would have been out of play over at Ed Saugestad might be a little bit more difficult to make here.
Face up again just outside the Augie blue line. Deitch on the draw against Bailey Martin. Pipers win yet another draw. We've been losing a good share of face-offs here so far in this first period. Augsburg caught back behind their own net. Matt Nels up along the near left wing boards. Piper doing a great job with the forecheck, holding the offensive zone. Now it pops free, and having to go back forward is Danny Bates, sophomore D out of Massachusetts. This young team, Hamline Pipers, with just two seniors. We're going to talk with Corey Leyland between the second and third period of tonight's broadcast. Benny Henderson is going to be our special guest between the first and second period. Young man out of Tatina Grace. Holding the offensive zone. Pipers, they're trapped with a shot wide of the goal. At the half wall, played down low. Nels gets to it first. Drop pass for Luke Deitch in the near corner. Big Luke up the left wing. Carry. And back into the zone by the captain, Lucas Gillette. Nice to see him back. He was out for a couple months with that shoulder. Puck against the far side boards. In the corner for the Auggies is Austin Martinson. Martinson takes his man, the defenseman, Hall, into that back wall and takes the puck away. Martin doing a good job holding the offensive zone. Out front, Dahlmer with a shot wide, deflected wide. And under the corner is Goodmanson. Playing up the left wing, comes to the line. Held in by the Auggies from the point. Matt Hines with a one-timer, and it's wide. And the rebound up that left wing boards, getting over to hold the offensive zone is Dahlmer. Brings it around the near side boards. Comes to the line, and this time it's held in. And it comes right to the goal mouth. Goodmanson is tripped up, goes down, and that'll be a penalty against the Hamline Pipers. A tripping call against Hamline coming at the 11:58 mark. The Auggies will go on the power play for the 59th time this season. And they've got 12 power play goals. Mitch Hall, the senior, one of the two, out of St. Cloud Tech. 2 minutes for tripping. I think that's part of the lumber company up there, the Matthew Hall Lumber Company up in St. Cloud.
Well, Goodmanson seems to be struggling. Will get his way back to the bench. Looks like he'll head off to the dressing room. With the way that the knee got stuck out by Hall, this may be a little bit more than a 2-minute penalty just based on what it looked like. As now the officials head over to the Hamline bench to explain it. But it looked like some real awkward knee-on-knee contact that you really don't like to see as they put the 5 minutes up on the board.
Our extra forward tonight is Gavin Holland, our first-year player out of Stillwater.
Number 21, Mitch Hall, a 5-minute major for kneeing. Mitch Hall, number 21, Hamline, 5-minute major penalty for kneeing.
All right, so the Auggies can be on the power play for a total of 5 minutes, score as many goals as we can. And there's Rodriguez, Madry, Carey, Eric Brink, and John O'Connor. But the Pipers win the faceoff momentarily. Tommy Carey up the wall from Madry. Madry, drop pass, poke checked away, and it comes straight to center ice. And a race for the puck with Crabtree and Madry. Madry gets to it first and gives it off to O'Connor. Osei to center ice. Brink into the zone down the left wing. Eric fires and a glove save. Sammy Nelson holds on to get a whistle. 7:41 to go in the first period.
Real nice shot on the rush into the zone off that turnover right at the blue line. Looked like it could have spelled danger for the Auggies, but a great shot there. A real tricky shot, too. Nice save for Nelson.
That's their 6th shot on goal. They didn't put it up on the scoreboard, though. They didn't put it up on the wrong side. They still have 9-5 Hamline. And tossed out of the face-off circle is Tyler Nyman for Hamline. And the draw won by Madry. Up top to OC. Down the left wing for TC. Tommy Carey. Back up top for O'Connor. O'Connor, rink wide for Madry. Top of the circle. Chandler walks it down low. Feeds it back up top. O'Connor into the slot. Back to Madry. Walks it off the boards. In out front for Rodriguez. They go weak side. Into the zone. Into the slot, and cleared. All the way down the ice by Parrish. A little bit different design in that power play that we've seen before Christmas.
That's what I was thinking too, just looking at it. It looked like they were trying to feed that center man as opposed to working either of the wings on that far side. The movement was there, but they just couldn't get that shot off once they got the puck into the center.
Jake Larson holds the zone. Deach got spun around, looking for a pass. Out of the corner is Gillette. Gillette at the half wall is Luke Deach. Deach up top to Critch. Goes rink wide far side. Donovan walks in, shot. Stick save by Nelson. Deach with a backhand shot. Not hit bodies. Picked up and cleared all the way down the ice by Zajac. And we have 3:39 to go in the 5-minute major. And the Auggies break out right to left. Donovan rink wide for Gillette. Into the offensive zone. Sets up at the half wall. Gillette goes high slot for J.K. On the far side for Donovan. Austin Donovan works it down low in that corner. On the weak side, Gillette. It hops his stick, and it's out to center ice. Trying to go weak side, and Gillette couldn't get it to set down. Donovan back into the offensive zone. High slot shot into the midsection of Sam Nelson. Donovan used the defenseman for screens, but Sammy saw it and held on and got his 7th save of the hockey game.
Well, as a goaltender, those shots from the blue line with that defenseman screen, those can be tough to save because you can't really tell for sure where that puck's going to go or if it's going to take a funny bounce. So smart decision just to rise up, and then it's easier to always to drop down than to have to get back up.
Auggies win the face-up. O'Connor at the half wall for Madry. Back up the wall, up top to the point for Brink. For O'Connor. Now right wing for Madry. Madry, give and go out of the corner. Shot, carry right through the blue. And on the near side boards. Brink backs up, feeds the slot, gets a return pass, walks in. Eric fires, hits bodies. And the rebound off of the corner. A-Rod gets to it first. To Madry. Carrick again out front. This time poke checked away by Nelson. Picked up by the Pipers and sent all the way down.
Well, they were working on a 1-2-2 there with the man right in front, working from side to side, post to post. They were unable to connect on it, though. But they, again, just like we said earlier in the game, they're able to walk right in front of the net and get quality shots on goal.
Here comes A-Rod. Out front, break shot, and he sails it high and wide. He had Nelson down, and I think he tried to go top shot. Was it deflected out there?
I think it came off one of the sticks in front.
Yep. Because it shouldn't have sailed that high on that wrister from about 10 feet out. 2:21 to go in the 5-minute major. According to the scoreboard, they only have us with 2 shots on goal in this power play. Who's counting over there? Come on, Dave Wright. Off the face after the point for O'Connor. That's OC. John O'Connor down low off in the corner for Madry. To O'Connor at the near point. Now changing positions with Madry. Madry fighting forward and winning the battle and clearing it all the way down the ice is Parrish. Schmitty brings it around the far side boards, picked up by Alex Rodriguez. And he overskates it. Little lackadaisical coming out of her own zone. Schmitty has to break out of the zone. Eric Brink to center. Brink crosses the red line into the zone, down the slot. He fired. That's blocked. Rebound to the line. It's held in by Patrick. Patrick O'Connor for Carey at the half wall near side boards. Carey checking traffic. Up top for Patrick. Back down low off in the corner for Luke Deach. Deach spun around, goes down, picked up, cleared, not out. Just good job by Patrick O'Connor to hold it in. Now come free to center ice. Austin Martinson back. 1:25 to go in the power play. And neutral ice on that off wing. Into the zone is Jason Critch. Stops. Feeds the slot. Patrick with a shot. Stick saved by Nelson. Rebound off in the far corner. Played back behind the Piper net. And Gillette will get to it first against the near side boards. He gets double teamed. Doug Free Deach walks out front. Centering pass. And that bounced high in the air. Delmer tried to knock it down. Or Martinson tried to knock it down. Here's a centering pass off the stick of Martinson. There's a shot off the wing by Jason Critch. And Sam Nelson made that save. Auggies with the puck on the breakout. Deach into the offensive zone. Drop pass for Martinson. Take it away. Stolen away by Lambrecht. Zach coming to center ice down the right wing. Lambrecht fires. And it's deflected by the defenseman, John O'Connor. Picked up and cleared by Brink and out to center ice. Gillette one-on-one into the zone. Now he's got Deach for help. Shot hit the pipe, scores! Off the pipe, off of Nelson, into the net. And Lucas Gillette got a little pinball action. Shot hit the pipe, hit Sam Nelson in the back, goes in. Auggies lead. Power play goal at 16-34.
Well, for Gillette just to walk in that puck on the power play up until this point, they hadn't really gained any shots from the glove side, which I thought was a little weird. So the scouting report must have been a shoot blocker side on Nelson. That time, though, an excellent rush. Sometimes the post will work in your favor, and it certainly did for Gillette and the Auggies there.
And for the Auggies, that'll be his second goal of the game. Of course, he's been out for a couple of months. Second goal of the year, for Gillette. And I think that'll go unassisted. Power play goal. We still have 24 seconds to go on the power play.
On the power play by number 10, Lucas Gillette. Single assist by number 7, Eric Brink. Power play goal for the Auggies.
All right, thank you. The captain, Lucas Gillette, getting his second from Eric Brink. Face up inside the Hamline zone to the rod of Sammy Nelson. 13 seconds left on the power play. Auggies have had now 6 shots on goal on the power play. Madry will take the draw against Nyman. Madry wins that face-up, goes up top. J.K. with a shot and a save by Sam Nelson.
Interesting decision on the face-off to have the defender move on the strong side right into the center of the ice, almost to win that, to make sure that there was a screen for the point man that you set up yourself. Interesting face-off, and it almost worked there for the Auggies.
Face up now to the left of Nelson. Comes up top to the near point for O'Connor. OC goes right wing. Madry walks in, fires. Pat save Nelson. Deep rebound out front. Brink turns and fires. That hits his own man. He had Rodriguez in the back. And Hamline is finally at full strength. Still 1-0 Auggies. And the puck out at center ice as Mitch Hall trying to drive it into the zone. Broken up at center. Vipers walked it in. There's Parrish. And Jake Larson will break that one up. Jake Larson 2-on-1 if he hurries. Larson down the right wing. Jake fires. Pad save. Rebound Brink on his backhand. Brink lowers that shoulder, tries to kill him in. Has to turn around. Sets up in the corner. Up top from Matt Hines. And that shot hit traffic out front. There's a shot taken by Chandler Madry. And that was sticked out of there by Sam Nelson. And the Piper sent it back down the ice, carried in by Mitch McPherson. Inside the Auggie zone, centering pass out front, shot, scoring! Wide open shot from out front, and the Pipers tie it up. The shot taken by Austin Wisely, sophomore from Chillicothe, Missouri. We've got a 1-1 hockey game, 17:46 the time of that one.
Well, Wisely certainly could not have drawn that one any better. All the Auggies were looking down for that puck down in the corner. Nobody saw Wisely sitting right here at the near circle. He just risked that shot glove side and evens this game up after the Auggies had a sustained period where at one point it was 8-2 on shots on goal. Now it's 14-10. Not a goal you want to see if you're Augsburg.
Austin Wisely, his first goal of the season. Play inside the Hamline zone with just about 2 minutes to go in the first period.
For Hamline, number 22, Austin Wisely. Single assist by number 16, Mitch McPherson.
So his partner, Mitch McPherson, gets the assist, or actually his left winger, has play inside the Augsburg zone. And out of the corners, Mitch Benfeld. That fourth line is out there. Comes up top, held in by Mitch Hall with a skate. Sent down low, back behind the Auggie net. Up along the right wing boards, Parker gets checked from behind. Puck is free. And Matt Nels has to go back for the rubber. For Jason Critch, JK goes up left wing for Jake Larson. Larson clears the red line. He'll flip it in. Wheels and heads for the bench. Augie's going to make a line change with 1:20 to go in a 1-1 first period. Turning it back is Brendan Zychek. Into the offensive zone, there's a shot that hits traffic. Shot taken there by Kyle Wendorf from the Richfield Spartan. Puck against the near side boards in the Auggie zone. At about the half wall, comes free to the line. Zychek, he fires one, and that hits bodies in front of that. Picked up by Luke Deach on the transition. On the right wing, coming out that wing of Donovan. Austin out front on his backhand. Shot saved by Nelson. And the rebound at the half wall near side for OC. He fires, and that hit bodies in front of Nelson. And picked up by the Pipers and out to center ice. OC Patrick does a good job to stop that rush as he plants his body in one of the forwards. inside the Augsburg zone, far corner. First man into the forecheck, Bailey Martin, to tie things up. John Cutter, he is tied up, so Patrick picks up the puck and tries to clear the zone, and he does out to center ice. And they better not call that ice. I know they don't, thank you. And the puck all the way back down to the Piper end. As the closing seconds of this first period, sent down inside the Augsburg zone. And Schmitty will leave it there for the defense. Critch goes left wing, near side, and out to center for Gillette. Look Gillette into the zone, poke checked away back into the zone. We got away with an offside. Shot on goal. Nelson with a save rebound. Horn sounds. And we've played 20 minutes in this hockey game.
Whether you're traveling for work or taking vacation from it, the Courtyard Minneapolis downtown helps you to put more play in your stay. From the gym to the pool to redesigned guest rooms and social lobby space, they've got you covered. Visit them at courtyardminneapolis.com/Augsburg. Make room for a little fun at Courtyard. And owned and operated by an Augsburg alumnus, 360 Wow Inc. is a parent company to several up-and-coming brands in the Twin Cities. 100 Got Junk, You Move Me, and Shack Shine. If you're looking for a great job on a team with great pay that is near campus, learn more or apply online by visiting 360wowinc.com.
And first of all, before we get into the official scoring, your impressions, Alex, of that first period?
Well, for both teams, it certainly looked like a game where, coming back off of a long extended break, both teams took a little bit of time to shake that rust off. Certainly for Augsburg, where Hamline dominated what looked to be the first half of the period before Augsburg finally started to settle into their game and get shots on goal. That 5-minute major penalty helped with it, and only getting one goal in that may be something that the Auggies want to look at correcting later on. But certainly Augsburg looked to take control of that game. But that goal where there was one man way in front, right in front, nobody anywhere near around him, that might be something that the Auggies want to look at and say, well, if we keep playing like this, game is not going to go our way against a team we should be beating.
Augsburg took the initial lead of this hockey game at the 16:34 mark on a 5-minute major against the Pipers. It was the Auggies scoring the 13th power play goal of the season. Lucas Gillette getting a second of the year. Eric Brink got the lone assist. But then just a little over a minute and 12 seconds later, at 17:46, an even strength goal. Austin Wiley got his first of the year, and the single assist went to Mitch McPherson. So that's where we stand, 1-1 at the end of one period of play. Out-of-town scoreboard up at the Moorhead Sports Center. The Cowboys and the Pointers are 1-1. Stout and St. Olaf down at the new rink, and we have no scoring on that game. St. John's up at the National Hockey Center. They're leading Bethel at the end of the first period by a score of 1-0. And River Falls, St. Thomas, and no score in from Mendota Heights, Gustavus, and UW Clare. We don't have any score in on that. Women's hockey, River Falls beating St. Olaf by a score of 3-1 earlier today. Northland and Bethel up at the Super Rink. St. Mary's at Stevens Point. Marion is at St. Ben's. The Augie women's hockey team, they are over in Europe. I think they played 3 of their 4 scheduled games. They'll be coming home next week. They will play Hamline home and home next weekend. We'll have both of those games for you here on Augie Game Central. Very light schedule. The Augie men's wrestling team, number 1 in the country, and they're competing in the national duels down in Louisville, Kentucky. They won their first 2 matches earlier today to remain undefeated. I think they're now 9-0 on the season in dual matches, and did not hear how they came out the rest of the matches. And I think that's the only other event on the sports calendar. Here comes the stats. And what I said, the sheet backs me up.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, total shots attempted, 29 for Augsburg, 22 for Hamline. Blocked by the defense. I mean, Hamline's been better on the blocking. But the Pipes, only 1 so far, but the shots that have been reached, 17-11 in favor of Augsburg.
So 1-1 at the end of one. As mentioned, our special guest, we had a chance to visit with one of the newcomers to our Augie hockey family. And we're between periods of the Augies taking on the Hamline Pipers. We get back at a conference play here in 2019. We're going to visit with one of the newcomers on our squad. He hails from North Branch. Vikings having a very good season. But you played your high school hockey up at Tina Grace. Benny Henderson?
Yeah, it was a great time there. Learned a lot from a lot of really good players on that team. I got to play with Jason Critch, who I get to play with now. So great experience over there, yeah.
Well, Benny, let's back up a little bit. Talk a little bit about life in North Branch, family, brothers and sisters. Tell us a little bit about your family.
Yeah, so my brother and sister, one of each, both older than me, so I was the youngest growing up, and it was pretty unique living in North Branch. I lived there for most of my life. Small town, everybody knows everybody, and a lot of great people up there.
A friend of mine is a goaltender coach up there, and the Vikings are off to a pretty good start, and I think they're 9-2, something like that. But it's a program that I think co-op for a while with St. Francis before they split.
Yeah, so when I was playing youth, we kind of co-opted with St. Francis for a couple of years, and then we were with Cambridge Isani North Branch for a couple of years, and then but the high school was always separate. And obviously, I went to Tino Grace, so I never got to play. But that program has really come a long way since my brother played there back in the early 2000s.
Unfortunately, playing the coldest damn rink in the state of Minnesota, Chisago Lakes. I backtracked and I got off the track here, and when I was talking about your family, do you have any other athletes in the family?
My brother played high school hockey at North Branch. My sister played high school hockey for the St. Francis North Branch. So a couple hockey players before me, yeah.
What about you, Manny? Any other sports that you played in while you were in high school?
Yeah, high school I played football and golf, and then obviously hockey as well.
Next step on your resume, where was your junior trips?
So I spent a little bit of my first season in North Iowa with the North Iowa Bulls, and then the second half of my first season, my second season, were in the Cooley region with the Cooley region show.
And the recruiting process, and how did you end up here in the Twin Cities playing for the Auggies?
So obviously going to Tino Grace, I knew kind of I wanted to stay in the area, and it was a little bit of a unique situation where I came to Augsburg last year, and wasn't playing hockey, just kind of going to school, doing my thing, and then had a couple classes with the guys, and this year one of them came up to me and said, "Hey, we're a little bit lower on numbers. You should come and try out." And got the skates out and gave it a go, and it's been the best experience ever since. So great time.
The transition from playing for the Eagles, playing juniors, now playing for the Auggies, has that been a big transition for you?
I think every step was definitely unique, learning things. My roles have definitely been different for each team, and it's been a great experience learning how to fill team needs and kind of do whatever it takes for the team to win. So, yeah.
Talk a little bit about this team and all the success that we've had, and what's special about this club?
I think the biggest thing with this club is just how open they are to everybody, and everybody kind of hangs out with everybody. Me being a newer guy in the team, I was accepted with open arms, and it's a really close team, and I think that's what makes us, kind of bring it out on the ice together too, is that we can stay close on and off the ice.
What special skills do you bring to the ice?
I like to think I work really hard and push our top guys to get better. Making sure that there's no days off in practice is kind of my thing. I like to push everybody to make sure that they're giving it 110% every day, so then we can keep getting better as a team.
And to wrap this up, let's talk academics. You're coming to Augsburg. Is there a degree or course of study you're going to pursue over the next few years?
Yeah, so I have 1 year left, and I'll be getting a finance degree and a marketing minor. So great experience so far, and I can't wait for the next couple of years.
And once you get in the real world, then where do you go?
So I had an internship with U.S. Bank this past summer. That was a great experience, and thinking maybe some financial advising or something like that down the road.
All right, well, Benny, welcome to our Augie program, and look forward to calling your name here in the future.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Ben Henderson, a special guest between periods. Augie Game Day continues here on Augie Game Central.
The Corner Bar is a proud sponsor of Augsburg Athletics. Located in Minneapolis' historic Seven Corners district, the Corner Bar is the perfect place for great food, outstanding pizza, and the almost world-famous Joey Wings. And there's tons of screens, so you won't miss a second of the action. Visit the Corner.bar, for more information on the Corner Bar. And Jimmy John's is the #1 sandwich choice for Augsburg Athletics. They are located on the northwest corner of campus and provide fast delivery. How fast, you ask? Freaky fast. Go to www.jimmyjohns.com to view their menu and hours. Jimmy John's.
And again, we're 1-1 here at the end of one period. He's Alex Weston. I'm Sam Warchin. As on the Augie Sports calendar, we mentioned wrestling going on today at the, the NUWAY Open, whatever that is. Louisville, Kentucky. All I know is both St. Cloud State and the Augsburg Auggies both ranked #1 in their divisions, both won today. The Saturday schedule, again, the national duels continue. And matches possibly at 9, 11, or 2 o'clock. Women's basketball, men's basketball, they're down at St. Mary's tomorrow afternoon. Auggie women looking for their 11th win of the year. Have a tough matchup with the Cardinals of St. Mary's. They're in contention in the upper division, the MIAC, 1 o'clock. Meanwhile, the men's basketball team, they got a little shell-shocked here the other night against St. John's as they lost to the Johnnies by about 20 points. Tough first half. St. John's had a stretch of where they scored 18 consecutive points without a counter. And the Auggies did play them even in the second half, but lost 78-58. Our next basketball broadcast will be Monday. We have the women's game as they beat St. Ben's on Wednesday night. We have that game for you here on Augie Game Central. The standings right now in the MIAC in Manchaca, Concordia, and the Auggies both with 15 points. St. John's with 9, Gustavus 6, and St. Thomas has, 3. Hamline has 6. St. Olaf 3, Bethel 3. The women's race, St. Thomas on top with 12 points, Concordia 11, Gustavus 10, Hamline 10, and Augsburg with 8. Second division, St. Ben, St. Mary's, Bethel, St. Olaf, and St. Kate's. The Auggies and Hamline next weekend. We'll have both of those games for you at home Friday night. And we'll be back here at the Tria Rink tomorrow, or next Saturday afternoon, a week from tomorrow, for that game. The MIAC men's basketball race, St. John's on top at 5-0, St. Olaf 5-0, St. Thomas 5-0. And then Hamline 4-2. The Auggies are 3-2, followed by Bethel, St. Mary's, Carleton, Concordia, Gustavus, and McAllister. Mentioned men's basketball at Gustavus on Monday night, and we'll have that game for you on Augie Game Central. And we'll have the Bethel doubleheader next Wednesday. The men are at home, looking to get revenge for that overtime loss at the Robertson Center. And I'll be over at Hutton Arena with Logan Anderson as we broadcast the women's game here on Augie Game Central. Women's basketball, the Auggies are on top along with St. Thomas. Auggies are 5-0. Tommies are 5-0. St. Thomas 11-1. Our Auggies are 10-2. Bethel then 3-2, as is Gustavus. Hamline 3-2. St. Mary's, St. Kate's all 3-2. Tight race 4 through 8. And then it's followed by Concordia, St. Olaf, St. Ben's, Carleton, and McAllister. So those are the standings around the MIAC as we begin a brand new year, 2019. 1-1 here at the end of one. We'll step away for a couple minutes, regroup. We'll be back with the second period here from the Tria in just moments on Augie Game Central.
Take a trip down memory lane at Memory Lanes and Flashback Cafe on 26th Avenue in South Minneapolis. 30 bowling lanes, live entertainment, great food, and 2 game rooms make for a great time. Visit www.memorylanesmpls.com for more information. Twin Cities Orthopedics is proud to be the official sports medicine provider for Augsburg Athletics. With more than 35 convenient locations, TCO delivers the highest quality of specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care for individuals and athletes of all levels and ages. Visit us at tcomn.com.
He's Alex Westhead. I'm Tom Murchin. And Tom Murchin is on camera here tonight. The Pipers make their way back on the ice, and Nick Schmidt leads the Auggies onto the ice, and Schmidt will be defending the goal to our left. Sam Nelson defending the goal to our right. Shots and goal, as mentioned, 17-11. Both teams with opportunities on the power play. Augie goal coming on a power play by Lucas Gillette. I want to thank Dave Bryant, the SID here at Hamline University. The Hill staff, Dave and I go back, hate to say this, but about 35 years. Met Dave Wright back in 1983, 84, something like that. And met him at Parade Stadium, which is now a baseball park, but back then it was a football field. I met him at Griffin Stadium over at St. Paul Central High School for a high school football playoff game. And then Dave and I did the state high school hockey tournament together back in 87 and 88. Did all 11 games over 3 days. Well, that's a marathon. Here we go. Auggies to our left, Pipers to our right. Nyman and Madry on the faceoff. Puck is dropped, and this time the Auggies win that faceoff. And Matt Nels off the stick of Madry inside the Piper zone. Nelson to clear off the wall to the line, but not out. Madry holds it in. Down low out front. Rodriguez on a pass shot from Brink. And it played back up to the point. It's held in. Out of the corner again. Madry feeds the slot. Jason Quick, top of the circle, fires. That is blocked by the Pipers and Parrish. Puck in that far corner inside the Hamline zone. Rodriguez for Brink. Out front off the stick of Madry. Up top for J.K. Tennells back to Critch. He fires into the midsection of Sam Nelson. Holds on and gets the whistle. A lot of the shots by the Auggies seem to have a lot of rise on them. They're not keeping the shots down.
They certainly do. It's almost as if they're looking for some sort of a tip play, some sort of a set piece right in front. And that's exactly what happened in the first period, too, where there were a majority of the shots, all but 3, that came from inside what's called the trapezoid, the home plate area right in front of the Hamline net. And this has been a great start for the second period for Augsburg thus far.
Patrick O'Connor back in his own blue line. Plays it up the boards. Carried the drop pass Deach into the zone from skate to stick. Deach has a poke checked away and taken away by the Pipers and Taylor Trapp out of West St. Louis, Wisconsin. Down there in the Cooley area. Down by Lacrosse from the point. Carey holds it in. Walking down the slot. Gillette in on goal. Pass on the wing to Luke Deach. And his shot was wide. Patrick O'Connor from the point. His shot hit the back of Luke Deach. Picked up by Gillette. Gillette turns the 180 out of the far corner. Walks it out front. Give and go with Deach. As Deach's pass is broken it. And take it down. And we're going to have a penalty against Hamline. And they took Luke Deach down. We got a interference call. And the Auggies are going to go on their third power play opportunity of the game.
Pretty clear call there, Tom. Taken down in the corner. Puck was nowhere near the attacker. And that'll be another opportunity for Augsburg to take the power play to the next level here with Wendorf taking a seat for the Hamline Pipers.
Augies again 13 of 60 in the power play department. Madry, Rodriguez, Carey, Brink, and John O'Connor. And who got tossed on the faceoff circle? Oh, nobody. They're doing some talking. Tommy Carey was. Face up one by the Auggies. Brink up top for John O'Connor.
On number 9, Kyle Wendorf. 2 minutes for interference.
And there's the interference call. Low seat for the point. Fires high and wide. The rebound off that back wall. Brink on the weak side. Madry. Centering pass. Goal! Oh, what a play, what a play, what a play! Three-way passing play. Brink to Madry. And tipped into the zone by Tommy Carey. Power play goal, 2-1 Auggies.
Well, excellent puck movement on the power play. We didn't see this so much on that 5-minute major, but that's textbook passing there in the attacking zone where you get the defenders moving, and that diamond can only move so far before mismatches start to get created. Excellent pass from Madry right into the front where Carey has the entire net to shoot at, giving Augsburg this lead.
And Tommy will pick up his 4th goal of the season. Power play goal number 14 at 1:36. Madry and Brink should get the assist on that goal. We'll find out in just a bit. 2-1 Auggies. Let's play out at center ice. And back into his own zone is Danny Bates. To his partner, Zach Taylor, out of Montevideo. Played for Jeff Bushel.
The power play, number 27, Tommy Carey. First assist, number 15, Chandler Madry. And the second assist, number 23, Alex Rodriguez.
No. I have to disagree. That was Brink who fed Madry on the weak side. We'll go 27, 15, and 7. Charlie Parker on the face-off at center ice. He wins the draw back inside the Augsburg zone. 2-1. Augsburg 2 minutes into the second period. John O'Connor. Headman pass to center. On the wing, Parker coming into the zone with Martinson. Charlie fires. Save. Rebound. Loose roll. And it trickled just wide off the glove of Sam Nelson. And the puck comes out to neutral ice. Stood up at center ice there was Tommy Hall. Auggies in their own zone. They go left wing for Martinson. Charlie Parker 1-on-3. Charlie fires midsection. Save right to the belly button of Sam Nelson and a whistle and a stop.
Well, again, excellent start here in the second period. The one goal to show for it, but so far shots on goal 3-0 here in this second period. Augsburg has dominated the pace of play, and you can see it just based on the scratchings and the shavings that are on the ice as well.
Face out to the right of Sam Nelson, played at Eau Claire Memorial. Actually played his first year or two at Concordia Moorhead before he transferred. Play inside the Hamline zone far corner and play down low off into the corner. There's Gavin Holland. I mentioned Gunnar Goodmanson not playing because of an injury in that first period. Gavin Holland, our first-year player out of Stillwater, now on the third. Jake Larson. Larson into the forecheck, and he's ridden out of the play. Loose in that far corner, picked up by the Pipers, and they'll play it off the wall and out to center ice. Set down ice by Riley Meyer. Meyer into the offensive zone. Did that climb the boards into the bench? I think it did, as we played 3 minutes in this first period. And did not see Gunnar come out, even take his seat on the bench over there. There's Missy over there. Missy Strong, of course, our trainer. But it looked like a leg injury when he got tripped up in that 5-minute major.
Yeah, definitely knee-to-knee contact, similar to something you may see in the NHL where an individual may be out for an extended period of time. But, of course, who knows? Players are strong. They were able to recover.
And right in front of the net, a center pass off the stick of Jason Critch. And Jason Critch scores on his own goaltender. Pinball action, bing, bang, boom. And the Pipers have tied it up at 2-2 at 3:11 of this second period.
Well, Tom, the second time we've seen a goal like that where the puck just dangling, bouncing around there in the crease on that side of the rink, too. Nobody really knew where the puck was, and before you know it, it's behind Schmidt, and it gives the Pipers another chance to stay in this hockey game.
And we'll get the scoring in just a bit. Not sure who took that initial shot. Might have been Tommy Hall. But again, it went off of Schmidt and off of Jason Critch.
Oh, Tyler Nyman. Tell us what's wrong with this.
Okay, they give it to
Scoring for Hamline, number 12, Tyler Nyman.
All right. Play inside the Hamline zone. And out to neutralize. By the way, for Tyler Nyman, quickly check his stats, and that is his first goal of the year. Play inside the Augsburg zone, into that high slot. Here comes Tom Carey. Carey out his off wing, hits the red line, into the zone. Tried to drag it through the defense, could not. And set away by the Pipers into the offensive zone. Here comes Bailey Martin. It's broken up by Luca Gillette. 2-2 hockey game. Luke Deitch with the puck out at center. Headman pass for Brink. Brink into the zone. Brink wide pass for Gillette, a little bit too far. And taken away by the Pipers. And coming back on the transition up the center ice is Taylor Trapp. Sitting inside the Augsburg zone. John O'Connor for the Auggies. In front of his own goal, out to neutral ice. Ahead from Madry, off his stick. Here's Eric Brink. Gets everybody on side, walks it back in. Down the slot, Brink on the wing, Madry. Goes bad angle, and it's wide, and off that back wall from the point. Jumping in, Patrick O'Connor to hold the zone. Plays it back behind that.
Unassisted at 3:11.
Whatever that was there, Al. Anyway, it's 2-2. Play inside the Augsburg zone. John O'Connor up along the near side boards. It's held in momentarily at the point by the Pipers. And out to neutral ice. There's Brady Crabtree. Off his stick, walking in. Rodriguez shot. And Nelson gets a small piece of it. Puck cleared out to neutral ice. And the Auggies and Matt Hines gets everybody on side. He'll flip it into the offensive zone and played 5 minutes plus of this second period. A goal apiece here in the period is 2-2. Parker from the blue line holds the offensive zone. Zach Titter for Hamline. He goes left wing far side. Pass a little bit too far for Hall. Inside the Augsburg zone. Centering pass out front. Kozlowski to clear. Out the boards and out to neutral ice. Dellimer couldn't control, and the Pipers sent it right back in. Nick Schmidt up along the left wing board for Martinson. And Marty tips it out to center ice. Back forward to Zach Lambrecht in his own zone. Out to center. And on his off wing into the offensive zone. Carried in by Mitch Benfield. Now to neutral ice. Into the zone is Dellimer. Feeds a slot. There is Hines with a shot, and it's wide. Correction, yeah, that's Matt Hines. And puck along the near side boards and out to center ice. Sent in by Pipers. The Pipers inside the Augsburg zone. Hamline making a line change, trying to take advantage of it as Donovan. sends it through the low slot, and Martinson couldn't get his stick on it. Donovan out of the corner as Martinson is down. Hamline to clear off the boards into center ice. Flipped right back in by Jason Critch. Mitchell for the Pipers behind his own net. Donovan on the forecheck. Good job on the forecheck there by Paul Silbury. Nyman trying to restore some order. Playing to the line, gets it out to center ice. But back checking, Silbury to take that one away. As Gavin Holland got spun around on a check. In front, neutralized in front of the scorer's table. We have a tie-up. And who's going to control? Had a body down on top of the puck. Looked like Mitchell fell down on top of the puck. We're going to have a penalty against Silbury. Paul's going to go to the penalty box. Okay. And it'll be Hamline to go on the power play for, the second time tonight?
I'm not sure about that penalty call there, Tom. We couldn't really see if anyone got the puck or if anyone was just hacking at skates or whatever down along the boards there. But you really can't assume that that's an area of the ice where you're going to get a lot of tripping penalties. But either way, that's a call that was made. Now Augsburg has to kill off this penalty.
And the face-off, of course, will be inside the Augsburg zone to the right of Nick Schmidt. Time of the penalty be 6:49. And it'll be quarterbacking the power play. Will be Bailey Martin. At the points, Zychek and Lutfield.
Subri, 2 minutes for boarding.
Boarding is the call, okay.
Really?
Boarding, don't you have to leave your skates?
Typically, you would have to leave your skates there, yeah.
And Paul was on his knees. Face off again to the right of Nick Schmidt. Shots on goal, 21-13. Madry on the penalty kill out there. And the O'Connors are out there. Who's the other forward on the penalty kill? Is that Eric? Eric Brink on that left wing. And the draw one by the Auggies. Patrick sends it all the way back down the ice. And the Pipers have to go back. Austin Wisely back behind his own net. And he'll leave it there for Brendan Zychek. He goes right wing far side for Bailey Martin. On the near side wing, it's broken up by Patrick O'Connor. Back inside the Augsburg zone. Madry back behind the net. Patrick again to clear, bouncing up the slot. Loose puck, and picked up by Brink. Eric trying to clear the zone. He finally gets it to OC, and he fires it all the way down the ice.
A couple of real effective kills. They're getting the puck down the ice. Excellent being able to use those higher boards, which gives you just a little bit more room to get that puck farther down the ice.
Pipers right to left on the carriers Wisely. Austin sends it into the zone. He got his first goal of the year. Earlier in the first period, play inside the Augsburg zone in the near corner. Up along the near side boards. Pipers hold it in momentarily. Now dug free by Holland. Here comes Jake into the zone. Jake Larson, He walks in. Jake fires. That is deflected out front. And up over the net. Jake Larson had a possibility of a shorthanded goal. Back the other way on the carry is Mitch Hall inside the Augsburg zone. Top of the circle. Hall puts it into the slot. Shot by Parrish is blocked. Picked up and cleared by Matt Nels all the way down the ice. Half a minute to go on the Piper power play. Jake Cass, another Stillwater man. On Gavin Holland for the Auggies. Cass for the Ponies. Lost a tough one to White Bear the other night. 2-1 in overtime. Play at center ice. As Pipers into the offensive zone. Parrish tries to put it out front. Broken up there by Patrick O'Connor. In the near corner is Mitch McPherson for Parrish. Pinned to the wall by Luke Deitch. And Deitch finally controls, sends it all the way down the ice, and that penalty is over. Subri back to the bench. And we have a new line out there. Here comes Tommy Carey on the ice. Piper sent it into the Augsburg zone. 10:59 to go here in a 2-2 second period. Up the left wing for Carey. Broken up. Now popped free to neutral ice. Pipers go back. Retreat. And walked into the zone by Wendorf. Wendorf trying to split a double team. And getting to it first is Lucas Nozowski. Up along the near side boards. Held in by Taylor Trapp. On the right wing far side. Kirch's pass deflected out front. Nozowski will walk out of his own zone. Lead pass. Deitch, semi-breakaway. Luke in a goal for scores! Luke Deitch, semi-breakaway, goes top shelf. Nelson went down. Deitch took advantage of it. Underneath the crossbar, Luke Deitch gives the Auggies the lead back at 3-2 as Deitch picks up his 6th goal of the year.
Well, it's a great breakout out of the defensive zone where Nozowski is able to get the puck great stretch pass from D to D zone. Got right up through. The goaltender dropped down. He had the entire upper part of the net to shoot at, and a great job in order to bury that chance and give Augsburg the lead. And we have a penalty coming as well?
Yes. They ruled that trying to haul down Deitch on that shot was, I don't have a 22 on my roster. What do you have? Oh, there, yeah, Austin Wisely. Excuse me. Apologize, Austin. Austin Wisely in the penalty box. But it's 3-2 Augsburg. Luke Deitch's 6th of the year from center ice.
Scoring for Augsburg, number 11, Luke Deitch. Single assist by number 5, Lucas Nizelski.
And so the power play goal again. Power play opportunity for the Auggies. Eric Brink down low in that far corner. He goes up top to the point for John O'Connor. O'Connor on the near wing for Madry. Down low in the corner for Carey. Up the slot. There's O'Connor, goes left wing, far side, Brink shot, tip, goal! Carey from Eric Brink. And tic-tac-toe, perfect redirecting of the puck. And the Auggies have their 3rd power play goal of the night. They lead 4-2. Time of the goal will be 10:06.
Well, tic-tac-toe passing right in front of the net as we get the horn to go and have a conversation about it. But tic-tac-toe passing right in front of the net. You saw Augsburg start to pinch down and really collapse that Hamline defense. As a result, Sticks were able to get in the lane, and Carey's able to bury a chance there that Augsburg really had an excellent flow on that power play.
I'm trying to get the take on that power play and how they're doing it. It used to be, 1-3-1, and now it looks like a 1-2-2 or something like that. Use my basketball analogy.
Well, it is, as we get a face-off upcoming here, it is seeming to be more of a 1-2-2, especially with these high schools and these college teams, where they really want to get people on both sides of the post. That way they can swing it from one side of the rink to the other, as opposed to having that 1-3-1 that moves around with the puck. And moving the puck that way allows that diamond to move more to create opportunities for a goal in front.
So Tommy Carey picking up his 4th of the year. Brink will get 1 assist. Madry should get the 2nd assist. 4-2 Augsburg. 3 goals
Scoring
in the
for
3rd period.
Augsburg on the power play, number 27, Tommy Carey. 1st assist by number 22, John O'Connor. 2nd assist by number 7, Eric Brink.
All right, there's the scoring. Auggies 3 power play goals tonight. 13, 14, 15 now this season. Play at center ice. Parrish into the Augsburg zone. Down the left wing, fires. But a pad save there by Luke Schmidt. Played ahead by Martinson to center ice for Donneberg. Austin leads it 3-2 on the wing. From the point, Matt Nels with a shot. That's blocked. Cleared by the Pipers and out to center ice. Picked up by Mitch McPherson. 1-on-2. Trying to split a double team. Broken up by Jason Critch. Puck in the far corner. There's Austin Martinson. Puck in his skates. Picked up by Critch. Up the wing for Charlie Parker. And off the boards and out to center ice. Knocked down by Austin Wisely. And now Matt Nels in possession from center. Will backhand it into the offensive zone. Cleared by the Pipers, but not out. Held in momentarily. Now comes free. Donneberg would have an opportunity there. Pipers inside the Augsburg zone. Nels behind the net for his partner, Jason Critch. 8:29 to go in a 4-2 second period. Pass behind Jake Larson. Retrieved by the Pipers, and it is Brandon Sheehan from Somerset, the Somerset Spartans. Descended in the offensive zone. Did a few games down at their arena out there on the fairgrounds. Puck out at center ice. Lead pass for Gavin Holland down the right wing. Holland, bad angle shot, and that sails up over the net and off that back wall from the point. Nels cannot hold it in. Nizelski has to go back into the Augsburg zone. Trying to regroup, spread the ice, and it gets it out to neutral. Fired right back in by the Pipers and Riley Meyer. Augsburg zone right out front. Loosened the high slot, comes the line. Held in by Hall. Hall down the wing, far side. Martin with a shot. Stick saved by Nelson. Pops high in the air. Cleared up the slot to the line. We're going to have a penalty against the Auggies as Nelson comes out of the net. And a penalty at the 12:27 mark. And the Auggies are going to be shorthanded for a couple of minutes. And it looks like Paul Sobry is going to go off again.
Well, I think the call came on a play in front of the net where Sobry must have grabbed somebody with the stick and spun him around. I didn't really see anything that looked like it would be a penalty call, and it was weird that it came from the back official, because normally when you're right down and low, that low official would be making the call if hooking happened. Either way, though, another chance for Augsburg to kill a penalty.
And Madry, the O'Connors, and Eric Brink, the number 1 penalty killing unit.
Penalty on number 24, Paul Subry, 2 minutes for hooking.
Hooking is the call against Paul. Pipers hold the offensive zone from the point. Hall with a shot. That's blocked out to center. Madry in a race for the puck. Madry tips it into the zone. Getting back forward to Jake Cows to break it up. Out of the corner, Madry tries a wraparound. And it's deflected wide off into that far corner inside the Hamline zone. Brink doing his job as he gets triple teamed. But the puck is still deep down inside that Piper zone with a minute and a half to go in the power play. And here comes the captain, Mitch Hall, to center ice. Hall from the red line flips it into the Augsburg zone. And a one-timer cleared up the boards and out of the zone by John O'Connor. I thought it was going to clear the ice. Taken away by Deach with a centering pass. And Nelson had to make the save. There's another bad angle shot from behind the net. And Deach tried a little pinball action into the goal behind Sam Nelson. And Nelson made the stick save.
Well, we've seen that just shoot the puck on net and anything can happen. Worked twice tonight here. Almost worked again there for Augsburg.
In the near corner zone as Nels gets it out to center ice. First person back is Austin Wisely. Look, Deach on the penalty kill. We got a whistle. And not sure what that's. Was that an icing call?
No, puck touched with the high stick way back there, but Hamline didn't touch it until the corner.
There is a penalty up there. 45 seconds to go in the Hamline power play. Face off inside the Piper zone. 4-2 Augsburg. 6:18 to go. Brownie will use Jake Larson and Charlie Parker as the forwards on the penalty kill. And Critch and Nels will be the defense. Face out to the right of Sam Nelson. On the draw is Bailey Martin. Puck comes out to center ice. Auggies regroup, killing some time. Critch turns and fires down ice. Back behind his zone end is Austin Wisely. Parker on the forward check. Comes up the near side boards. Auggies again take possession, killing time, and clears it ahead for Parker. May have hit him in the back. Didn't see it coming. Got a puck batted down with a high stick out of the center ice. Nichols up on the board. 5:55 to go. And a 4-2 hockey game. 22 seconds to go in the Piper power play.
On this power play, Tom, for Hamline, there's been 3 faceoffs here in the Hamline defensive zone for Augsburg. That's something that you love as you're a penalty kill. If you have to make them skate up the ice to even get a chance on goal, you'll take that most times out of none.
And off the faceoff, Hamline to center ice, right to left. Lead pass into the zone is Lambrecht. Zach with a shot and a save by Nick Schmidt. Good job covering up on the short side. Covered his angle. Puck in the far corner inside the Augsburg zone. Played down the wall in the corner for Crabtree. Brady Crabtree. Crabtree back behind the Auggie net. Puts it out front. Intercepted by Brink. Coming back the other way. And coming out of the penalty box is Sobry. Paul Sobry in on goal. Can't get a shot off. Good job defending on the play. Well, Jake Cass and the Auggies out at center ice. They've killed off another power play opportunity behind the Hamline Pipers, and the puck out at center ice. Matt Hines from his own blue line feeds Madry into the zone, waits for Brink to get outside. Eric walks it in at the half wall, takes a hit, taken away by Hall. Hall sends it all the way back down the ice, and that'll be an icing call against the Pipers.
For updates and information on all Augsburg University sports, check out our athletic website at athletics.augsburg.edu. Updated constantly with all the information on all 21 Augsburg varsity sports. It's your online home for Auggie Athletics. If it's happening in Augsburg sports, it's online at athletics.augsburg.edu.
Stevens Point, Concordia up at the Moorhead Sports Center. They're 2-2 late second period. Stevens Point, they won the national title 2 years ago. Cowboys right now tied with the Auggies for first place. And there was another pinball action there too, and Sammy Nelson had problems with it right in front of his own net. Went off his glove, hit the pipe, but the whistle had blown. He would have counted if it went in.
I think it definitely would have. If I'm the Hamline coach, I'm shaking my head at why that pass was even attempted from the corner boards right out in front when there were 2 Augsburg skaters right there. That could have been awful for Hamline, but great for Augsburg.
Madry will take the draw. Brenka's out there. And also playing a forward spot there is Lucas Nizelski. Is Rodriguez out there? Yeah. There's A-Rod. In fact, he's got the puck. Turns and fires. Pat save by Nelson Rodriguez against that back wall. Gets double teamed. Picked up by Hamline. Played up the right wing and out to center ice. Carried back in by Brady Crabtree. He got spun around on a check correction. That's Brendan Sheehan, 17 at 27. And a breakout pass too far for Rodriguez and all the way down the ice. And that'll be an icing call against Hamline.
Follow Augsburg Athletics on social media. Go to Augsburg Auggies on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for all of your Auggie social media. And remember to use the hashtag AuggiePride to share your love of Auggie athletics.
And I stand corrected. The icing call against the Auggies. Madry on the face-off against Tyler Nyman. And the face-off won by the Auggies. Nazalski, Lucas out of his own zone and out to center ice from the red line. He'll drive it into the offensive zone. He'll peel off. The Auggies are going to make wholesale changes against the far side boards inside the Hamline zone. Held in by Lucas Gillette. Now kicked away and coming to center ice is Parrish for McPherson. McPherson trying to get it back to Watt. Parrish back behind his own net, tries to put it out front. Intercepted by Deitch. Long lead pass. Here comes Tommy Carey. 1-on-2. Carey sends it in. Gets to the puck first against that back wall. Lost an edge. Goes down. Puck tied up. Tommy Carey gets back up. Feeds the point. Held in. Critch. Rink wide. Nels. Matt fires. Hits bodies. And a deflected way wide. Walking in is Critch. He fires. That hits. I think he hit the Tommy Carey out front. And Hamline picks up and clears it all the way down the ice. Then it'll be an icing call against the Hamline Pipers. 3:26 to go in a 4-2 second period. 3 goals of the period for the Auggies. Tommy Carey his 4th. Luke Deitch his 6th. And Tommy Carey his 5th goal of the season. 2 in this period for number 27. Face up inside the Piper zone. Deitch, Carey, and Gillette on this line. With the O'Connors playing the blue line. And up the face-up, trickles in front of the net. And it's swept away by Hall. Hall out to center ice. McPherson trying to send Nyman into the offensive zone. Taken to the play by John O'Connor. OC comes out the near side door. O'Connor ahead for Luke Deitch. Deitch coming 3-on-2. Flips it into the zone down the slide. Gillette tries to split a double team. Spun around, but there's Deitch to cover up. Deitch does 180 at the half wall. Puts it down low right through the blue. Drop pass to the point. Martinson to John O'Connor. Around his man. Down the wall. Out front. OC turns and fires. Saved by Nelson. And it holds on. What an individual effort by John O'Connor.
Well, great effort for O'Connor to just walk around. He had that puck from all the way up at the point, walked it all the way around the half wall to that far circle, and just walked right in front. Good chance there for O'Connor, and that's exactly what Augsburg's been able to do with his Hamline defense standing as traffic cones for much of the evening.
By the way, it's crossover weekend next weekend, and Hamline has Stevens Point and Stout. The Auggies have Stout and UWS. Hamline has UWS and Stout. We've got Stout and Stevens Point. Willett Arena and Stevens Point. And Dane County Arena in Menominee. Play inside the Hamline zone. Far side right in front of the Auggie bench. 4-man tap. And it's cleared out to center ice. Nels floats it from hand to stick. Nazalski sends it in. Just wanted to go. And the rebound swept away and cleared by Cass, but not out. Not carried out this time by Mitch Hall. Hall into the zone for Martin. Martin puts a shot way wide of the goal and off that back wall. And off the wall, shot on goal. Nelson with the same. And a shot taken by Mitch Hall. Augie zone, far corner, up top, point. Zychek with a shot stick, saved by Nelson. Reaches up, snaps it out of the air. And holds on, a little side pedal, and it went straight up in the air. And he caught the pop-up. And with 1:53 to go in the period, still 4-2 in favor of the Auggies. Now outshot the Pipers 27-17.
Well, speaking of that, we haven't said Schmidt's name too much so far tonight, but on that rush for Hamline, great job of keeping that 5-hole closed by keeping that stick down and knocking the puck harmlessly out of play.
Off the face of inside the Augsburg zone, Hamline wins the draw. 5-4 in that far corner. Critch is tied up. Nels is hooked up and goes down. No call. As the puck off in that far corner, first man to the puck is Hall for Hamline. Out to center for Jake Larson. Off the end of his stick. Picking up and clearing his Zychek it out to neutral ice. Broken up there by Gavin Holland. Auggies go back. Nels behind his own net. Far side for JK. Critch around one man. Critch coming to center, length the break, center ice. JK into the zone, drop pass to the point, coming off the boards at Jake Larson. Sends it down low, almost picked himself off a referee. Puck against the near side boards in the Hamline zone. And out to center ice, transition 3-on-2 coming back. The Pipers haul into the offensive zone, sends one wide of the goal from the point. It's held in momentarily. And now 1 minute to go in this period. Play inside the Augsburg zone. Held in by Nyman. Tatter tries to put it out front, deflected on goal. Schmidt is there. And he's on top of the puck. And then after the whistle, sticks come up. Schmidt is spread eagle and they blew. But the puck is underneath him somewhere. And we're going to stop it to play with 51.7 seconds to go. Here in the second period, 4-2 in favor of the Auggies. The next broadcast tomorrow night from the Ed Saugus Rink. These two teams will have both games for you. Monday night, men's basketball. Next Wednesday night, we've got men's and women's basketball. Off the face-up inside the Augsburg zone. OC is all tied up. Loose that far face-up circle. Sent out to center. Coming back, here comes Rodriguez into the zone. And Eric Brink is offside. Was there a penalty on Jake Cass? Cass is pleading his case from his knees.
I think Cass is looking for a penalty call on that one.
Against Eric?
Against Eric, yeah, I think because Branket looked like had tied him up. There was some contact there. I don't think it was anything worth a penalty, but I think Cass wanted a penalty there.
So the faceoff coming outside the Hamline zone. And the puck is dropped, won by Madry. O'Connor to Patrick. Patrick will flip it in, bouncing puck. And played back behind the net for Jake Cass. Cass on the forecheck is Chandler Madry. Picked up by Hall. And he leaves it again for his defensive partner, Cass. To center ice is Hall inside the Augsburg zone, down the left wing, centering pass shot. Oh, and it's high and wide. And up that back wall. Nyman had an opportunity on that weak side. But the Pipers had a nice three-way passing play. But somehow Schmidt got a stick on it and sailed up over the net and off the glass and on a play. There's 16.5 seconds to go here in the period.
Probably a good as shot as they've had in the entire period there, Tom. Wide open on that far circle. Just couldn't get enough elevation on it to lift it over glove side.
Face off to the left of Nick Schmidt. Leach on the draw against Tyler Nyman. And the draw won by the Pipers. They go up top to the point. Cass holds his own. A one-timer by Hall is blocked. Cleared by Gillette out to center ice. And Hamline will drive it right back in. Touch up. There's a delayed offside. Hamline's going to have to touch up. Now they do, and that's the horn. And they played 40 minutes into this hockey game. And again, it is 4-2.
Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Wells Fargo, a proud supporter of Augsburg University. Wells Fargo, earning back your trust is our greatest priority. Established 1852, re-established 2018. Jimmy John's is the #1 sandwich choice for Augsburg athletics. They are located on the northwest corner of campus and provide fast delivery. How fast, you ask? Freaky fast. Go to www.jimmyjohns.com to view their menu and hours. It's Jimmy John's.
He's Alex Weston. I'm Tom Murphy, and Tom Murphy is our technical guru here tonight. And a second period that saw 3 goals, or let's see, how's my math? 4-3. We saw 4 goals in the period, and a couple of power play goals for the Auggies, and 3 on the night. Good period for the Auggies.
Well, an excellent period for Augsburg, certainly. The recipe for success in that period was the same. Lots of high-quality shots from the dots or lower. This period, though, they were able to get them to actually go past the Hamline goaltender Nelson, and that's why they're leading 4-2. Excellent puck movement on the power play, but a great job of drawing those penalties, too, to give yourself that extra man.
And the Augie penalty killing unit, tip of the cap to them.
Well, I mean, certainly excellent penalty killing. It felt like Hamline barely had any chance to set up in the offensive zone as the puck was immediately on a stick for an Augie and rifled it down the ice to the point where they didn't have a chance. In fact, they had a couple of short-handed chances on that last power play as well, where they've been able to really establish a dominant force in this game to really take over it as we thought that they would coming into the game.
So again, scoring for the Auggies in that period. Tommy Carey at 136, his 4th of the year from Chandler Madry and Eric Brink. Power play goal number 14 on the season. Then a 9:32, Luke Dietz with an assist. Beautiful passing play from Luka Kozlowski. And Luke has his 6th of the year. Then at 10:06, The Auggies pick up yet another power play. Their 15th of the year, his second of the game for Tommy Carey. And on the assist for the Auggies was Eric Brink. And a second assist went to John O'Connor. There we go. Tried to get some other scores from around the conference. And taking a look at St. Thomas, it's 1-1. 1-1 in that hockey game. St. John's was leading Bethel by a score of 4-0 in their game. And let's see, it was Concordia and UW Stevens Point. They were 2-2. We were between periods 2 and 3 here from the Trio Rink in downtown St. Paul. And we're going to step away. We had a chance to visit again with Corey Leyland, head coach the Pipers, and talk a little bit about his program. And our game night continues here from the Trio Rink as Augsburg and Hamline get back into conference play here in 2019. Chance to visit once again with Corey Leyland, head coach of the Hamline Pipers. And we talked way back when, before Thanksgiving, during the holiday tournament. And how has this team progressed, maybe baby steps over the last couple of months?
Well, we're a young team. We've got 2 seniors, and we're developing still, and we make plenty of mistakes. But hopefully, we're learning and getting better from those mistakes. And we're, our power play's sputtering a little bit right now, and we're trying to fix a few things. But we got a good group of kids, and hopefully, we'll put some things together here the second half.
You mentioned just the 2 seniors, but overall, do you have pretty good leadership in the upper classes?
Well, they're learning to be leaders too. It's not an easy thing, and especially when the wins aren't plentiful right now, and we're battling for every win. So it's difficult, and I think our guys are doing a good job of coming together and trying to figure some things out. We've had a couple of results that on paper don't look so well, but we've actually played pretty well in some of those spots. So we're trying to put things together, and it's going to be a real tough test for us tonight. But we're hoping we can put some good periods together.
And what's your goaltending been like?
They've done a good job, and I don't have any complaints with our goaltenders. They're giving us an opportunity. We've only had a few times in there when they've let a couple of sneaky ones in, but for the most part, they've given us an opportunity to win. And it's our goal scoring that's kind of been a little bit slow right now, and our team defensive play has not been overly impressive. But those are fixable things, and we're trying to work on those.
Top 2 teams in the conference right now are Augsburg and Concordia. You play the Cowboys. Just how good a team are they?
They're pretty deep, and their top line is as good as any top line I've seen in this league. And goaltending is good. They block a lot of shots. They've got, other than that top line, they're a pretty big team. So they take up a lot of space. So they'll be a tough opponent for anybody down the road. And we gave them a lot, so our results weren't what really were indicative of that weekend. But they're definitely a team to reckon with. I think it's a real good team.
All right, taking off that coach's cap, putting your dad's cap on, you got 2 or 3 youngsters that are in the program up there at St. Michael Albertville, and are they all hockey players?
Yeah, they're all hockey players, and they love baseball, so those are the 2 sports that really keep us active.
I have to ask about the new arena up there in St. Michael, and what kind of facility is it?
Oh, it's a great facility. It's attached to the old one, and it's great for our growing community that we'll have 2 sheets of ice to service all those kids up there. So it's a good young community, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
All right, well, Coach, thanks for visiting with us. Best of luck the rest of the way.
All right, thanks a lot.
Coach Corey Leyland, the head coach of the Pipers, our special guest here between periods on Augie Game Central.
Motor Coach Tours bring together some of the finest groups of people in our communities. The capable and professional staff of drivers, travel planners, mechanics, and support personnel at Minnesota Coaches know how to serve these groups as they travel to a variety of destinations locally and across the country, while offering excellence in customer safety, service, and satisfaction. Visit www.minnesotacoaches.com today to request a quote. Minnesota Coaches is the official bus provider for Augsburg Athletics. And breakfast on the go, refreshment after work, the Bistro has you covered. Whether you're enjoying our signature snacks or specialty beverages, the Bistro provides a perfect complement to your day when you're on the go or off the clock. Visit them at courtyardminneapolis.com/Augsburg. Eat, drink, connect at Courtyard.
And we get the stats from Dave, and they show the shots, they show the penalties, but they don't show the scoring. Good thing I keep good notes. But no, the only goal of the second period for the Pipers getting his first of the year was Tyler Nyman. And we didn't catch who got the assist on the goal. At that point, it tied it up at 2-2. On the Auggies sports calendar, and of course the national duels continue down in Louisville, Kentucky. Today was day number 2, and the Auggies won twice. And they'll be in action again tomorrow down in Louisville. The national duels, Auggies are undefeated. By the way, later on this season, we're going to have 3 different Auggie wrestling matches here on Auggie Game Central. Adam Bartles, Mr. Wrestling, Mr. Takedown. He is so good. Adam Bartles will have the call of those 3 wrestling matches. I think we've got 2 in January and 1 in February, or 1 in January, 2 in February. Anyway, and of course, one of those includes the Battle of the Bergs, Wartburg, and Augsburg. So wrestling is on our broadcast calendar later on this sports season. Tomorrow, basketball from the Fieldhouse in Winona, St. Mary's, and the Auggies. The women's game at 1, and the men's game will be at 3 o'clock. We mentioned hockey tomorrow night at the Saugus Theater Rink. Augsburg and Hamline, the rematch, and that begins at around 6:50 with our broadcast time. Again, we're between periods, and going to talk now with Alec a little bit about the hockey situation on the high school front. And he gets a chance to see White Bear Lake on a consistent basis, as he is the PA announcer at the Badness Rink. And did you take in that Minnetonka White Bear Stillwater game here the other night?
I did not personally, but thanks to some friends at VAC TV, I was able to watch it on a live stream. And it was one of those games where you looked at White Bear Lake coming into it, and Stillwater was ranked a little bit highly by people in Stillwater, personally. But White Bear Lake should have taken care of business. And for them to only be a 1-1 game and have to force overtime in Stillwater, that's not a great look for White Bear Lake. Certainly a lot of tough competition coming out as they'll play Edina coming up here, Minnetonka coming up here. And you know that if you want to make it to the XL Energy Center for the first time since 2011, you're going to have to go through Hill Murray again. And Bill Lechner
they beat them 3-2, right?
They did. That was a fun game to be a part of for sure. But Bill Lechner knows that he makes adjustments better than about any coach in that metro area. So the Bears need to be able to make that change, and we'll see whether or not this year if they can make it.
Class 2A, the top-ranked team in the state is the Shot Goals Orleys, Minnetonka Skippers, and Andover. And I will see them next Thursday when they take on Maple Grove, number 1, number 2 in the Northwest Suburban Conference. And I'll have those games for you. By the way, our broadcast link you can find on my website, tjsportsonline.net. Maple Grove and Andover girls Tuesday night, Maple Grove Andover boys hockey on Thursday night. Check out my website and listen to my broadcasts, courtesy of TJ Broadcast Services in cooperation with the Youth Hockey Hub. Class 2A, Edina number 3, then Maple Grove. So 2 against 4 next Thursday. Duluth East, the Greyhounds are number 5, followed by Eden Prairie, White Bear Lake, Blaine, Hill Murray, and Rosemont. What is this Duluth East? Come on. We got a Greyhound over here. Unbelievable. Class 1A, and the only undefeated team in the state, St. Cloud Cathedral Crusaders. You think Crusaders, you think baseball, but they're a darn good hockey club.
They've been a good hockey club for a long time, and they're one of those teams that perennially you look at and you say they should be in the state tournament. Of course, for whatever reason, it's always seeming to be Hermantown sections, except for last year when Orono somehow won the state tournament. But Matamidi is another team that'll be in there. They're a good-looking team again this year. Beyond that, I'm interested to see who are those up-and-coming teams that might knock off your Cathedral, your Hermantown, your Orono, your Matamidi.
And you mentioned those 3. Cathedral, number 1. Hermantown, number 2. Matamidi, 3. Then the Green Wave of East Grand Forks. They're having a great year. Alexandria, number 5. Then Thief River. Orono, defending state champion, number 7. Sartell St. Stephen's, number 8. Followed by Warroad. And Monticello, ranked number 10 in the state. I saw them against North Branch here a couple weeks ago. They're not that good. I mean, North Branch gave them a heck of a game. Monticello managed to win that. But that is a Class 1A rankings in the state of Minnesota. Girls hockey in Class 2A, Blake moved up, and they're now number 1 in the state. Edina number 2, followed by Wayzata, Forest Lake, Todd's Club doing great. The Rangers are. And then Andover number 5. I'll see them Tuesday night. Then Roseville, Brainerd Little Falls, Eden Prairie, Maple Grove, and Grand Rapids Greenway. So I've got Maple Grove, Andover, boys and girls. All 4 teams are ranked in the state. Should be a good fun night, a couple fun nights of hockey.
Well, certainly attest to the hockey programs in Maple Grove and Andover, where those programs started out pretty recently, and they've really developed into a hockey hotbed over there.
And Class 1A, Warroad is ranked number 1, the Breck Mustangs number 2, followed by Mound West second. Proctor Hermantown number 4, South St. Paul starting to come back again. They had a few down years, but they're number 5, followed by Thief River, Rochester Lures, East Grand Forks, good in girls hockey as well. Cloquet Esco Carrollton number 9, and Matamidi is number 10. And you follow closely the Matamidi Zephyrs. They are good in both boys and girls hockey. They play pretty darn good soccer. Basketball team, I think the boys are pretty good. Girls are down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Girls down a little bit. They lost some of their major stars from a season ago. Emma Grodhaus went to Lehigh to begin a Division II basketball career. But, I mean, you look at that program and you would have thought that they would have been better. They were ranked in the top 10 starting out that basketball season, but for whatever reason, they just haven't been able to put it together this season.
And so just a brief look at the high school scene, and I can't believe it, the Girls State High School Hockey Tournament is, 6 weeks away?
Section play will begin in about 4 weeks. It's crazy to think about how fast it's gone.
Again, we're at the Trio Rink. We're at the end of 2 periods, 4-2 in favor of the Auggies. We're going to take a deep breath. We'll be back with the 3rd period in just moments on Augie Game Central.
For updates and information on all Augsburg University sports, check out our athletic website at athletics.augsburg.edu. Updated constantly with all the information on all 21 varsity Augsburg athletic sports. It's your online home for Augie Athletics. If it's happening in Augsburg sports, it's online at athletics.augsburg.edu. Owned and operated by an Augsburg alumnus, 360 Wow Inc. is the parent company to several up-and-coming brands in the Twin Cities. 1-800-GOT-JUNK, You Move Me, and Shack Shine. If you're looking for a great job on a great team with great pay that is near campus, learn more or apply online by visiting 360wowinc.com.
All right, we did get an update from Northfield, and it is 3-1 UW Stout, leading the Oilies in their inaugural game in the new facility. The Auggies will be there, both boys and girls, coming on the 25th and 26th. And making arrangements for our crew to come down and broadcast the Friday night game on the 25th. I want to see the brand new arena. And looking good. And it looks like St. Louis is going to be very cooperative and going to set us up. And it'll be fun. I saw the pictures of the new arena. It seats about 800, but it seats all the way around. So it's a very intimate setting. Maybe 8 rows all the way around, and it looks like a very fun arena to play in.
Well, certainly as a hockey player, you want to see those seats all the way around the rink. That way you get a feel like everybody's on top of you. And there's something cool about that as a player, but also as a fan as well.
Nelson to our left, Schmitty to our right, 4-2 Augsburg. And by golly, we're playing 5-on-5. Madrid to take the draw against Tyler Nyman. Nyman the first year, Madrid the senior. Pipers control the faceoff. Jake Cass. And he tries to put it back to his partner, and he puts it right on goal, and Sam Nelson has to make the save. Cass almost scored on his old goaltender, but we already know that situation because Jason Cribb scored on his own goaltender in that second period. Face off to the right, the junior from Eau Claire Memorial. Madry on the draw, and Chandler's going to get tossed into the face-off circle. And Eric Brink will take the face-off. And Brink wins that draw up top from the point. Nels snaps foot on, but it's wide. Rebound in the near corner. Madry lifts the stick, takes the puck away. Cleared by the Pipers, bouncing puck in out to center ice. And sent right back into the offensive zone, this time by Jason Critch. Hall in his own zone, the captain of the Pipers. Goes right wing near side for Parrish. And Weiland into the offensive zone. And back checking was Brink to Brink. That one up. Matt Nels against that back wall. Back on the wing for Rodriguez and gets it out to center ice. Pipers get onside. No, not quite yet. Now they do, and they touch up. Send to the Augsburg again. Pipers on the line change. Nels with the puck on the right wing far side. Off the stick of Rodriguez and out to neutral ice. Carried to the zone by Brady Martin. Walks in, fires, scores! Bailey Martin looked like the 5-hole. And he beats Nick Schmidt cleanly. And we've got a 4-3 hockey game, 58 seconds into this third period. And Bailey Martin out of Lacrosse getting the goal.
Well, it's not a goal that I was expecting. I think it may have fooled the goaltender just a little bit, where I think that he was expecting the shot to go higher, because you saw him kind of have a difficult time of picking between going 5-hole or trying to put the glove up to get to it. I think that little bit of confusion was what hampered him on that goal as the puck leaks in through 5-hole clean.
Scoring for Hamline, number 6, Bailey Martin, unassisted.
Unassisted goal for Bailey, his third goal of the season. We got a 1-goal hockey game. And it's play inside the Hamline zone. Nelson trying to clear. Comes up that high slot. Swept away, and here comes Taylor Trapp. Trapp into the zone with his winger Brady Crabtree. Crabtree taken out of the play. Put up the slot. Nobody home for the Pipers. They'll have to go back and regroup. We played a minute and a half of this third period. Again, it's 4-3. Augsburg won the first go-around up in the Super Rink, 5-2. Back in the MIAC showcase. Unfortunately, the last showcase. They're going to discontinue the preseason tournament, unfortunately. I really liked it. Puck against the near side boards inside the Augsburg zone. Tied up in the near corner. And it's dug free by Hines. Hines feeds on the wing for Tommy Carey, who's got a pair of goals. Lofts it down ice. Going to be an ice? Yes, it is. Nobody touched it. Deitch was the closest man to the puck. Couldn't get a stick on it. Icing called against Augsburg. Augsburg again. Stevens Point and Stout next week. And they come home to face Gustavus, home and home. Gustavus in a race for one of those playoff spots. Gustavus right now in that number 5 spot. If a good season with that, it'd be 4 against 5, St. Thomas and Gustavus. But we got a long ways to go. Augsburg wins the face-up. Critch trying to clear the zone. He does. Carey back to the point for Nizelski. Lucas leads the right into the zone, down the right wing shot. And it's a rising shot up off that back wall. Comes near side boards. And coming to center ice at Jake Cass. Cass into the Augsburg zone. Back checking was Nizelski to break that one up. Picked up by Dollimer. Has his pocket picked by McPherson. Mitch back behind the Auggie net. Trying to take him out of the play is Dollimer. And he does take him down. Good 3-point takedown. You can wrestle for us, Austin. Back in that far corner. Hamlin. McPherson back behind the Auggie net. He's taken down again, and no call. Up along the near side board. Coming to centers, Martinson. Martinson and Dollimer into the zone. Marty down the slot. Double team. Stood up on a double team and lost it. And cleared by Hamlin and out to center ice. Backhanded into the offensive zone by the Piper. Sent it by Nyman. Nice job there by Matt Nell to take his man out of the play and keeps the puck alive. Cleared, but nada. Pipers will hold it in. Back behind his zone and it's Critch. Goes right wing far side for Dolliver. Austin, that's got to be at the end of an awful long shift. Hamlin with a puck, and here comes Zychek. Brandon into the Auggie zone. Down the near side wing. Backhand shot. Lifted high and wide and cleared off the glass and out to center ice. Time for the Auggies to get their legs back. Pipers will send it in to the offensive zone. And last goal by Hamlin took a little air out of us. On the carry out to center, Nels into the offensive zone. Jake Larson for Sobry. Paul Sobry. Pass is broken up. Comes free to center ice. Turned back by Patrick. And sent back inside the Hamlin zone. Austin Wisely, who had the first. Hamlin, the goal. Sends it out to neutral ice. Over save for Patrick. Patrick back to John O'Connor. And the junior defenseman coming to center ice. Flips it in. Wide of the goal and off it in the near corner. Zach Kidder gets to it first. Kidder in that far corner zone in. Gets it out to center ice. Patrick to get the troops on side. They'll center right back in. Nelson will leave it there for Bates. That's Danny Bates. Their 6th defenseman. Bates tied up. Good job. Poor checking job there by Rodriguez. Puck up along the near side board. There's Eric Brink. Puck's come free and played to an open wing far side. Getting to first at Lambrecht. And then on the back check, taken away there by Chandler Madrick. Correction, that's 5, not 15. That's Lucas Nizelski. Lucas in the near corner. And the puck is cleared out of the Augsburg zone and down ice. And that will not be an ice. Cleared by Nelson out of his own zone. As Nizelski has to retreat back into his zone out. Auggies have made the change. Brink, Madry, and Rodriguez out there. Jason Critch for the Auggies in his zone end. Backhands it out to center ice off the stick of Madry. Nyman back into the zone down the left wing. Tyler Nyman fires. Pat saved by Schmidt, but he didn't know where the rebound went. And cleared by the Auggie down ice. Schmitty was good. Schmitty was lucky on the last shot.
Well, I mean, sometimes it does take those lucky chances to really get you back into a game, but Augsburg kind of been skating back here in this third period.
And walking in is Nels. Shot glove saved by Sam Nelson. Matt Nels with an opportunity. Just about 10 feet inside that blue line. Snapped one off, and Nelson snaps it out of the air. Sammy doesn't look like he might be about 5'6" in stocking feet. But he's done a good job tonight.
Well, he's been tested a lot, too. This Augsburg team has been throwing everything but the kitchen sink right at him. But he's seen the puck well. He's been able to rise with it, too, and not immediately default to the butterfly, which shows you that he really trusts his defense to clear the rebounds.
Off the face-off, Hamline zone. They can't control it. Tommy Carey could not hold it in. Loose puck at neutralized. Pipers have to get onside and then taking a spill, and that's going to be a penalty against the Auggies. Looked like Austin Wisely was taken down on a hook. And Pipers are going to go on the power play for another time. And who's going to get this one? Looks like Matt Nels.
Well, Nels certainly doesn't like the call, but I agree with the call that was made on the ice there. It looked like he didn't mean to do it by any means, but he definitely swung that leg around and it tripped up Wiley as he was entering the zone. That's a penalty, and now it's the biggest kill in the game so far.
So our penalty killing unit has done a good job tonight. Got to kill another one. Face up inside that Augsburg zone. Far face off circle. O'Connor to clear up along the boards.
Matt Nels, 2 minutes for tripping.
Tripping against Matty from center ice to the near side boards. Coming back for it is Taylor Trapp. Trapp feeds left wing far side for Zajac, and he'll send it inside the Augsburg zone. First man to the puck is OC. Played up the boards, but nada as it's held in. And out of the corner, trying to get it out front is Taylor Trapp. Goes up top of the point, and they can't hold the zone. Bad pass from Wisely. Zajac and Wisely playing catch at their own blue line. And they go weak side wing, and it's a little bit too far. Schmitty will leave it there for John O'Connor. Take it hard to the boards by Martin. Bailey Martin cleared the line and out of the zone. 1:15 and counting. And the Hamline power play 13:40 to go in a 4-3 hockey game. Rich Hall back behind the zone. Hamline sets up. The wingers peel off. Coming to center is Hall from the red line. Drop pass to his defense. Carried in by Mitch McPherson down the right wing or left wing. McPherson. He's taken hard to the boards. Good job by Jason Cricks to break it up. Cleared up the slot. And there's Eric Brink. Got a nice pass from Madry. And Brink will send it back down inside the Hamline zone. Time for maybe one more rush for the Pipers.
Real good kill there so far for Augsburg. They've been able to get the puck and then hold it for just a little bit. I'm surprised that Hamline hasn't been sending more of a forecheck down by a goal.
And the puck inside the Augsburg zone, and Patrick O'Connor takes his man out of the play. There's John O'Connor in the corner against double team. And Joe C takes it away, splits the defense, sends it out to center ice. Nelson out for a skate. Long breakout pass for Parrish into the zone. Weiland takes a hit, but carried on by Lambrecht with a backhand shot and saved by Nick Schmidt. Puck up along the near side boards and out to center ice, and that'll do it. Auggies back at full strength right now. Into the offensive zone, carried in by the Pipers and Tommy Hall. Back behind, Nick Schmidt. Hall out of the corner, bad angle shot. That is blocked by Charlie Parker. Come to the far side boards. Pipers hold it in. Cleared the line, nada. Right in front of the Augie bench. And it's cleared off the glass to the line and out to center ice. Off the stick of Parker. Carried on by Luke Deach. Deach all lines. Lonesome will send it in. South the Pipers zone. 12 minutes to go in regulation. It's 4-3. Puck in the far corner. Back behind the Pipers. Deach puts it out front off the stick of Gillette. And down ice. Lucas was right there. And he tried to snap it off and it bounced on him.
It's a series of rushes here in a hockey game, Tom, where earlier in that second period, those short chances right in front as we get another face-off coming in the Hamline defensive zone. But those short chances were really working right in front for the Auggies. That time, though, as again, it's a series of ups and downs. That time, Hamline comes out victorious.
Where are we on our menu there?
We are right here. Take a trip down memory lane at Memory Lanes and Flashback Cafe on 26th Avenue in South Minneapolis. 30 bowling lanes, live entertainment, great food, and 2 game rooms. Make for a great time. Visit www.memorylanesmpls.com for more information.
Auggies win the faceoff. Here comes John O'Connor down the slot. Fires. Oh, what a glove save by Sam Nelson. Nelson did a good job coming across the crease. Cut off a Zegel. And again, the Auggies see how small he is. They're going top shelf most of the time tonight. by Nelson, showing a good glove hand. Snapped that one out of the air. 3-2 Stevens Point over Concordia. About 5-6 minutes remaining up at the Moorhead Sports Center. That was only lost, one game so far this season? No, two. They're 9-2-2. Off the face-off shot, saved by Nelson. Rebound. Gillette tried to force it in. And then a big scramble in front of the net. Nelson is checked. His helmet comes off. And the Pipers placing in front of the goaltender. Auggies had some opportunity. Lucas Gillette almost had himself a bad angle shot there to go in.
Well, when you're as short a goaltender as Nelson is, oftentimes what you lack inside, you make up in speed. He's able to get from post to post pretty dang quickly here, and he was able to shut the door on that Augsburg chance from the short side. Really, that could have been a chance to really put the game away, but Nelson's able to move around, and on that initial shot earlier in the rush as well, he was able to come on out, really challenge the shooter, cut off as much of the net as he can to try to make up for his lack of size.
Madry will step in to take the draw with Tyler Nyman inside the Hamline zone to the right of Nelson. Again, both of the center icemen getting a little antsy. The linesmen are talking to him, explaining the facts of life to him. Off the face-off, cleared to the line, but not out, held in. Madry slot, one-timer break, hits traffic, cleared off the glass and out to the center ice. Turned back by Matt Nels. Tipped into the zone by Brink. Coming with Madry. Here comes A-Rod. Oh, and off the end of his stick. Rodriguez out of that far corner out front. And it's off the skate of Jason Critch and all the way down the ice. Cleared the 11-minute mark of this third period. Auggies by a goal at center in front of the score table right down below us. And here comes Jason Critch through traffic into the zone. Beating Brink down the near left wing boards. Brink does a 180 in the corner. Does another 180. Tries to feed it down low. It misses Rodriguez. It comes out to center ice. Coming off the bench is Nazowski for Matt Hines. Hines, Brink got passed into the zone off the stick of Brink. And again, Nazowski has to go back. Lucas shattered on the forecheck there by Brendan Sheehan. Pipers from neutral will send it back in. Nazowski for Hines. Hines. Auggies changing? Yep, they do. On the wing for Donovan. Donovan for Nazowski into the zone. Around his man. Down the boards. Nazowski tries to poke it out front. Loose in the near corner inside the Hamline zone. We hit the 10-minute mark. The center ice. Carried back in by Riley Meyer. Meyer out of Carver, Minnesota. And then out Highway 7 out there. Puck all the way down ice in a race for the park. Martinson will get to it first inside the Hamline zone. Martinson is tied up on the back check by Zajac. Full man tap. And it's finally popped free and controlled by Hamline. Cleared the line and out to center ice. Nice job there to stand it up at the line was Martinson from neutral. Pipers sent it left wing and hit the skate of Bailey Martin. And that caused the Pipers to come offside at that Augsburg blue line. Shots on goal, 31-21. It was 1-1 at the end of one. And 4-2 at the end of two, now 4-3.
Well, certainly a lot, Tom, that Augsburg can take into the matchup tomorrow at Ed Saugestad Rink, where Augsburg really had the better of play in that second period, but they had it get away from them in the first and again here in the third. Now that rust is knocked off, I expect a better game out of Augsburg tomorrow.
Play inside the Augsburg zone. Patrick out the near side door. Goes left wing near side boards and out the center. Here's Jake Larson. Feeds rink wide. Gavin Holland fires. Saved by Nelson. The rebound. Sobry goes up top. Held in by Patrick. Down to the corner for Sobry. Paul again for Patrick. Goes rink wide for John. O'Connor turns, fires, hits traffic, and it's cleared away to the near side boards. Patrick again from the point. Goes right or left wing near side and off the stick of Sobry. Back behind his own end is Mitch Hall for Hamline. Hall backhands it up the wall, but not out. A good jab there by Holland. Larson to Holland. Shot. Oh, what a save by Nelson. And the bouncing puck. Jake had a wide open net to shoot at. He would not sit down. Critch from the point will fire, and that's wide. And we got a whistle. We have offside Augsburg at the line. Looks like it.
Well, with how well Augsburg forechecked on that rush there, Tom, you think that they'd be the team that's behind. They've sent two men in deep. Kind of dangerous when you're up by a goal to have two men go in deep and just leave three back. But it worked very well for Augsburg, almost having an open net to shoot at.
Deitch, Carey with 2 goals, and Lucas Gillette with a goal. 3 goals off of this line for the Auggies. Deitch had the other one. Wait a minute, all 4 goals off this line. That's right. Parker with 2. Gillette with one, Beach with one. The Madry Rodriguez Brink line. Eric has a couple of assists. Back 3 assists. Eric Brink has 3 assists. Well, those are all on power plays. Off the face-off, a shot by Critch hits Trevick. Tommy Carey behind that, goes up top to the point. Nels rink wide for Critch. Critch fires, blocked, rebound to the near side boards, held in by Gillette. Gillette off the end of his stick, and Critch has to go back into his zone. Critch turns and fires it off the glass and out to center ice. Knocked down by Tyler Diamond. Picked up by Nozelski. Matt Nels fires it in. Glove saved by Nelson. He will hold on. And the Augies get their 34th shot on goal of this hockey game. Again, I'll be with you tomorrow night from Ed Saugustad Rink, 6:50 our broadcast time. Monday night, we'll be down in St. Peter, Gustavus, and Augsburg men's basketball. Madry on the draw with Bailey Martin. Bailey Martin with the third goal of this hockey game for Hamline. Off the face-up near corner with the puck is Rodriguez. A-Rod goes down and run around the far side boards. Held into the point by Nozelski. Feeds Brink. Brink down that right wing on his backhand. Feeds the slot. Madry back down low again for Brink. And loose puck in that far face-off circle. Piper's trying to control. Tripped up and going down. On the play was Austin Wisely. And there's going to be another penalty against the Augies. Wisely got tripped up. And it'll be Rodriguez going to get the 2-minute out of this time. Time of the penalty will be 10:28.
Well, Rodriguez certainly got that full spin around after he pulled the stick around, so that's the right call that you have to make. But again, Augsburg starting to play with fire here, giving Hamline this many opportunities on the penalty.
Oh, if we're going to get our 11th win, we're going to have to earn this one. First game back after a 3-week break. And you can obviously see there are some areas of the game we can improve on. But penalty kill is not one. They've done a fabulous job tonight. Special teams, 3 power play goals. And have killed all off of all the Hamline power plays. Face out to the right of Nick Schmidt, Charlie Parker, and Paul Soubry on the penalty killing it along with the O'Connors. Nice job by Parker to send it all the way back down the ice.
2 minutes for tripping.
And A-Rod got the 2-minute out for tripping. Parker on the forecheck almost forced the Pipers to cough it up. Into the zone is Tyler Nyman. Nyman taking the play by John O'Connor. Patrick trying to pop it free. Sobry's in there as well. As they fight for it in the near corner, comes free for John. O'Connor comes out that far side door. Osei to center ice, red line. And then he'll circle back and let's skate it off. Skate with the Augies. There is Matt Nels to fire it all the way down ice. Minute 18 to go in the Piper power play. As Austin Wisely back behind his own net. And then they'll circle back. Power play, who's going to quarterback? There's Hall, finally picks it up. Hall gives the defense to Mitch McPherson. McPherson clears the red line into the Augie zone. Spun around on a check. Good shot, Matt Nels to pick it up and fire down ice.
We've seen a lot of this time out of the Augsburg penalty kill tonight, and especially the Hamline power play specialists, where they haven't been able to get the puck even into the offensive zone. It's been into the blue line, then poked right back out by Augsburg.
You heard Corey Leland talking to our visit between periods. He said that's been one of the downsides of the Pipers. They can't seem to generate a lot of goals on the power play. Here's Chandler Madry to kill some time. Fans on a shot and then picks it up and sends it down ice. That was a fake shot. I think he tried to fool the Pipers. He swung and missed and then sent it down. 23 seconds to go in the Piper power play. Under 6 minutes to go in regulation. It's 4-3 Augies. Has walked into the offensive zone. Carried in by Wendorf. And he gets spun around on a check by John O'Connor and goes down inside the Augsburg zone. Patrick against the near side boards. He gets double teamed. Picked up by the Pipers. Down low off in the corner. They go up top to the point. Wisely with a shot. That's blocked. Augies are back at full strength. There's Rodriguez back on the ice. Augies with the puck. And they send to the line, but not out. Held in by Martin. Bailey Martin down the right wing. Feeds the slot for Trapp. Trapp off the end of his stick. He takes John O'Connor down. And Chris Brown cannot believe it. Arms in the air. Said, why is that one not called?
Well, it's not the first time in the defensive zone that they wanted to play, too. They wanted a boarding call right on the boards, too, but they didn't get it.
Out at center ice off the skate of Lucas Gillette. Zach Taylor back in his own zone. It gets away from Gillette on the forecheck. Taylor on his backhand, clears the red line into the Auggie zone down the near right wing. Fire save by Schmidt right in the midsection. Holds on against Wilson with 4:53 to go.
Schmidt with a nice shot there, too, off the stick of Zach Taylor. The Corner Bar is a proud sponsor of Augsburg Athletics, located in Minneapolis' historic Seven Corners district. The Corner Bar is the perfect place for great food, outstanding pizza, and the almost world-famous Joey Wings. Heather sends the screen so you won't miss a second of the action. Visit thecorner.bar for more information on the Corner Bar.
One-timer by Tommy Hall off the face-off, and that going just one. Gives the breakout right to left. Gillette leads the rush. Sends it into the zone. Tommy Carey, first man into the forecheck, takes his man into the plate. Puck against the near side boards. And here come the Pipers. They play it to an open wing. Nobody there. That should be an offside. Yes, delayed offside, so the Pipers peel off. And a long breakout pass tipped into the zone by Gillette. Nelson has to come out for a skate and puts it off into that far corner. Hall sends it away for Nyman. Nyman on his backhand sends it into the Augsburg zone. 4:15 to go. Schmidt off to that far corner. And they go rink wide off that back wall. Cleared by Hines up along the wall, but not out as it's held in by Jake Cass. Now comes free to center ice. Pipers regroup back in their own zone. There's Hall for Cass. Up the boards, McPherson tied up at the Auggie blue line. McPherson feeds the defense a little bit too far. Nelson again out for a skate. Had to play it away from Austin Dollimer out there. Looking for some loose change. Schmidt back behind his own end with 3:40 to go. There's Matt Nels behind the cage. Does a 180 to get away from Parrish. On his backhand, spins away. Feeds up the left wing board to center ice. Turned back by the Pipers. They go back into their own zone to regroup. With the puck is Austin Wisely. Wisely feeds the right wing. Bailey Martin into the Auggie zone. On his backhand, spun around and lost it. Picked up and cleared off the glass and out to center ice. That could be an ice if we can get to it first. Yeah, it is an ice. Parker could not get to it. Trapp got there first, so an icing called against Augsburg with 3:09 to go in regulation. It is 4-3.
Well, Augsburg certainly retaking control of the pace of this game after giving up a couple of penalty opportunities for Hamline. Hamline hasn't taken advantage of it, but it's been that strong effort on the penalty kill all night. And when they've gotten behind, Augsburg has gotten back the momentum when the penalty killers have worked.
So the face-off, a ball, all-important face-off coming inside the Augsburg zone. Crabtree will take the draw against Charlie Parker. Again, Gunnar Goodmanson out of the ball game with a leg injury in that first period. Looks like Brownie has gone now to pretty much three lines. As they face off, puck comes out to center ice. Mitchell back into his zone. Captain of the Pipers, one of just two seniors from center ice. Into the Augsburg zone, cleared by Dollimer out to center ice. Cass can't control. Picked up by Lambrecht into the Augsburg zone. Lambrecht from skate to stick. Backhands it down low, takes a hit for his efforts. Patrick back behind his zone. That spins away for the first man. Feeds the right wing for Rodriguez. A-Rod, good body control. Held in by Lambrecht. Patrick behind his own end with 2.5 minutes to go. Drop pass in the corner as John gets it out to center ice off the stick of Rodriguez. Hamlin at her own blue line. Fired into the offensive zone by Crabtree. Wide of the goal. Jason Critch back behind the Auggie net. Feeds the near side left wing for Eric Brink. Brink wide. Rodriguez. A-Rod into the zone. 3-on-3. Rodriguez out front from Madrid. The pass never got there. Madrid trying to put it out front. Break for Rodriguez. And the pass never got to A-Rod. Puck in the far corner. 2 minutes to go. 4-3 Augsburg. At neutral ice. Sent into the Piper zone. And Wisely will send it down ice for Parrish. Parrish feeds it to an open wing. Nobody there. Zajac into the Augsburg zone. Down the left wing. Avoids a check, but left the puck behind. Good job by Matt Nels. Flipped up high in the air. Inside that Augsburg bench across the way with 1:39 to go. And looking over the bench, see if Corey Leyland's going to call his timeout. Looks like he is. He's going to the stretch, to the board. Yep, there's the whistle. And no, they're not going to have a timeout. No, there it is. Not Corey. Corey couldn't get signal his intentions to the referee fast enough. Timeout called by Hamline. They used their 60 with 1:39 to go.
Well, Tom, it's been a real close hockey game here. Again, a different result than I think that either of us thought coming into the game here. But they both played very, very well coached, well-managed hockey games. Augsburg leading significantly in shots on goal, 33-22. But certainly something that we may look to see what happens as it runs over into tomorrow night. There have been a couple of questionable hits, a couple of questionable plays, and we'll see how the players choose to respond as a result.
Again, 7 o'clock tomorrow at August Rink. And we'll have that broadcast for you next weekend. I mentioned both Hamline and Augsburg will be on the road. Hamline will be at Stout on Friday night, and UWS on Saturday night. Auggies will be at Stevens Point on Friday night, and in Menominee to take on Stout on Saturday night. About hockey next weekend, the Augie ladies will be back home from the Europe trip. And they'll be taking on Hamline, home and home, Friday night at home, Saturday afternoon right here at the Trio Rink. And I'll be here. You've got girlfriend duties?
I do. Her birthday is coming up on Friday.
You can't break that. Come on.
I can't break that. I know.
No, she'd run you out. So I'll be solo next Saturday afternoon. Face off to the right of Nick Schmidt out of the timeout. And Madry and Diamond will fence off here. Madry making sure everybody gets lined up the way he wants. Does he want to go backhand or does he want to go forehand on the face-off? And Mikko Koivu wins that face-off and brings it around the near side boards. High Pipers hold it in. Parrish tries to put it out front. Comes out free into that slot. Clear to the line. Not out. And Nelson is in on the bench. Glove saved by Schmidt. I just happened to look back and saw way too many players down at that other end. Yet Nelson is on the bench in favor of an extra attacker. And a face-off again inside the Augsburg zone with 1:24 to go.
Curious decision, Tom, to load up the far wing on the face-off for Hamline. We'll see if they do it again, but they're leaving the point wide open, so if the puck got hit back, someone could just take it and run.
And the face-off, loose in the near corner, and comes out front. Parrish with a shot. Lyman with a shot, comes up top to the point. Hamline with a shot that hits, blocked by Gillette, sends it up to center ice for Jake Larson. Larson, backhand attempt on the open net. Jake scores! Jake Larson from just beyond the blue line. Open net goal, and Jake makes this one a 5-3 hockey game.
Well, just like it was back in October between these two teams in an exhibition matchup, 5-3 the score. Pretty solid win there. Not quite the effort, not quite the full, complete 60-minute hockey game that Augsburg wanted, but a great way for them to rebound and really start the second half of this 2018-19 season on a strong note.
And Lucas Gillette will get the assist in that. And for Jake, that is goal number 4 on the season.
Scoring for Augsburg, number 16, Jake Larson. Single assist, number 10, Lucas Gillette.
All right, thank you, Al. 5-3. Augsburg on their way. Their 11th win of the year. And still controlling a share of first place. In fact, they'll be in first place all alone because Concordia is playing non-conference this weekend. Do we have another empty net goal?
He certainly did.
Oh, there it is. I thought the puck was going to be up over the glass and in the net.
Well, great effort from Jake Larson to streak down there and put it back into the net when it came hard off the boards right in front of the net. No Hamline skater was really skating too hard for it, and Larson picks up an easy goal.
So Jake gets 2 goals in the last half a minute. So goal number 5 for Jake. It is 6-3. All right. We gave it to him. That's TMA.
Augsburg goal number 16, Jake Larson. Assisted by number 10, Lucas Gillette.
Hey, Lucas, your first game back, a goal and 2 assists for the captain. Augsburg all alone in first place after the night. Nelson back in goal. Martinson with a shot through the blue and comes to the far side boards, picked up and cleared by Hamline out of the zone and down ice. No Weissing. Schmidt will hold on to the puck. Plays it off in the corner. We'll count it down. And there's the buzzer. The Auggies defeat the Hamline Pipers to open up 2019 here on the road, defeating Hamline by a score of 6-3. 1-1 at the end of 1, 4-2 at the end of 2. and 6-3 is your final. Final comments there, Alex?
Well, again, not the best way to start out your season. A little slow in the first period, but the second and the third period was when you really started to get away and start running this Hamline team out of their own ring. Really, penalty kill, power play, the really two strong points. We saw Augsburg so lethal on the penalty kill that as soon as the puck was into the zone, it was right back out the other way. 3 power play goals in the night as well. Really excellent special teams for Augsburg tonight.
Power play goals 13, 14, and 15. A couple of empty net goals for the Hamline Pipers. Their 3 goals. Getting his first of the year was Austin Wisely in the first period. In the second period, getting his first of the year was Tyler Nyman. And in the third period, getting his third of the year was Bailey Martin. And the line of Tommy Carey, Luke Deach, and Lucas Gillette. What a night. Gillette, power play goal, 16:34 the first period. His second goal of the year. And second period goal for Tom Carey, his fourth of the year at 1:36. Madrian Brink on the assist. And then getting his sixth of the year was Luke Deach at 9:32 of the second period. Augsburg concluded the second period at the 10:06 mark. Tommy Carey got his second of the game, second of the period, fifth of the year. Brink with another assist. Eric with 3 assists down the night. And then the 2 empty net goals by Jake Larson in the final minute. And Lucas Gillette assisted on both of those goals. So the captain is back and adds 3 points to his total.
Well, again, when you watch your first game back, you want to produce at least something, whether that be on the scoreboard or not. Certainly a great night for Gillette to come on back, have 3 points here in his first game back and since the season started. Really great effort for him tonight.
And with that, again, we'll be back with you again tomorrow night. Quickly, the scoreboard of finals. Stevens Point on the road up in Moorhead. 3-2 the final for the Pointers. Finals, St. John's defeated Bethel by a score of 5-1. And the last score we had, I believe, was St. Thomas was leading UW River Falls. Started the third period 2-1. And didn't get anything from Gustavus and Eau Claire. But St. Olaf and Stout was leading that one the last time we checked by a score of 3-1. And that's the story here tonight. A reminder, this broadcast and presentation of Augsburg University in cooperation with TJ Broadcast Services. TJSportsOnline.net is our website address, brought to you by Twin City Orthopedics, by Wells Fargo, Minnesota Coaches Incorporated. Also brought to you by Devani's Pizza, the Courtyard Minneapolis downtown. 360 Wow Incorporated, the Corner Bar, Jimmy John's, and Memory Lanes and Flashback Cafe in South Minneapolis. Thanks to Dave Bryant, the SID here at Hamline. Thanks to Corey Leyland, head coach of the Pipers. Chris Brown, the head coach of the Hamline Pipers. Big thanks to my broadcast partner here tonight, Alex Westhead. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you for having me along.
We'll hopefully do this again a little bit later on this season.
Certainly hope so.
And the guru, the man who makes it all happen, the magic from the Silver Fox, Tom Ritchie, alongside. Thank you, sir. Again, 6-3 your final from the Trio Rink, downtown St. Paul. I'm Tom Witchin. Good night, everybody. We'll talk again.